Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're an hour and 5 minutes away from kickoff at the London Stadium as West Ham United take on Brighton and Hove Albion. The lineups are out there on the bottom of your screen at the minute if you don't want to wait 30 seconds while myself and Gonzo say hello to you. Anyway, Gonzo, how is yourself?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you today?
I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'll be honest with you. Fulkrug starting, it's given me a bit of a, ooh, let's have a look at this. It's got me up for it, actually.
I would agree with that. I certainly, I've obviously heard, like everybody else, heard the lineups. What was it? 10 minutes ago, and I think that makes a difference. It just looks more balanced, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Immediately with that, you know what you're going to get. Well, probably Brighton know what they're going to get as well. And I know I say that a lot. Give a team, the opposition manager, some surprises, which I do think that's the case. But then sometimes you just got to go, square pegs and square holes. And I think this is important. I quite like really what Lopetegui did. He certainly indicated he wasn't going to start Fulkrug in his pre-match press conference. So, good on him for doing that. He's playing him in this. I'm delighted. I'm really excited to have a really proper, good look at him. Once you knew Soler was out, he couldn't do anything crafty by putting either Soler on the left or Paqueta on the right or something like that. He's going to have to do really for Lopetegui, do the midfield that he's ended up doing. So it's just look, Emerson at left back, Wan-Bissaka right back, couple of central defenders, defensive midfielder, workhorse in midfield, and a creator in midfield. Everybody, I understand that Kudus is not a left winger. Granted, I understand that, but more or less, this is a balanced team.
Yeah, it's Giant Bowen back on the right hand side for me is important. I think he's done okay as striker, but I don't like him out there. I feel like we're missing him when he's not out on that right side. So Fulkrug coming in means Bowen's back in his best position. And I thought against Bournemouth, the thing we were missing the most in the first half was a striker. I thought we were getting plenty of the ball. We are moving the ball nicely, just that there was no one there. And in the second half, when we had less of possession and we weren't getting forward as much, Fulkrug was on. And while I thought he looked rusty, I thought he looked like a striker. His movement was really good. His hold-up play was good at times as well. And I want to see it from the start. And I'm pleased that he's got his start today. This should give him a confidence boost as well because he's not been back that long and he's already straight back into the starting 11. And I'm hoping we're going to benefit from it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring. And I'm looking forward to him linking up with Jared Bowen in particular as well. Let's run through the team for those who aren't watching and only listening. In goal is Lucas Fabianski with the back four, as Gonzo's revealed half of them. Wan-Bissaka right back, Emerson at left back, and Mafropanos partners Kilman in the central defence position. Todibo has returned to the squad and he is on the bench today. Moving into midfield, we've got Edson Alvarez and Thomas Soucek with Lucas Paqueta. And then, as Gonzo said, it looks like Mohamed Kudus on the left, Jared Bowen on the right, and Niklas Fulkrug up front. What are you laughing at?
Imagine if he threw a curveball and he went full Moyes and then started Fulkrug at left wing or something, holding left winger.
I think it's safe to say that won't be occurring today, and he will be as a striker. Looking forward to it. Anyway, the bench, we'll just run through the bench very quickly for West Ham. I have got typed up here. Areola, Soufal, Scarles, Todibo, Irving, Rodriguez, Somerville, Guilherme, and Danny Ings. Do you think it's a bit harsh on Somerville to continue to miss out? I think he's the only change I would make personally.
No, I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't say it's harsh. No. I don't think he joined the club thinking he would be a guaranteed starter. I think he's had plenty of starts and I think he's had plenty of game time. I think I've been encouraged by a lot of what I've seen as well. I think if anything demanded his inclusion, it was his performance against Wolves, which was something we discussed in the Patreon breakfast this morning. It's a hell of a skill to get 3 opposition players booked. That's a skill in itself. And look, there's lots to come from Somerville. And no, I don't blame him. I don't blame. This was not my team. It wasn't your team. But I do not blame Lopetegui for doing this team at all. I think this is a sensible team from him for this one. So I think if I was going to be Lopetegui for Downs, going to do things like him, I think I probably would have left Somerville out for this one.
Yeah, I would have played him on the left side. I think I just really want to see a midfield attacking three of Somerville, Caduce, and Bowen because I think
Yeah.
that could inflict some damage on the opposition. It would leave a dilemma as to what to do in central midfield, and I think maybe that attacking three would be better suited with Carlos Soler in the team, but without him. Do you think it's just like a sort of three central midfielders with Paqueta and Souček next to or in front of
Oh yeah,
Alves and Alvarez?
yeah. I don't think he's doing anything funky today.
No.
And rightly so. Rightly so. He needs this. This was look because of the Fulkrug thing. I've never particularly bought into the whole narrative that he needs time, lots of time. This is what we keep hearing. Lopetegui himself has said it. Anybody that wants Lopetegui to do really well, because it just begs the question, why? In which case, why did we get a manager who requires lots of time? Well, you can look around all leagues in Europe. It is definitely possible to get a manager that can hit the ground running who doesn't require lots of time. So why have we gone and got one that does require lots of time? Okay, so I don't like it. I don't like that as an excuse. I mean, look, listen, if you want to get your bathroom done or something, I'm quite sure you can get a bathroom fitter who can take a year to fit your bathroom. Generally, they don't, right? Generally, it gets done a lot quicker than that, right? So I don't get this big plead and beg for time thing. That being said, the whole time, give me time and let me get a striker. Fulkrug is not his striker. We know this. But that's what he really wanted. I think if this comes in and this works today, I think it actually gives a little bit of credit to that argument that I don't like, which is give me time and give me a striker. He wins today. I think you can say, there you go. That's what I can do. Now back me, get me the striker I want for my system, and I will show you even better things. I think that leads a little bit more to that argument, really. That being said, I think he can, within his system, make Fulkrug work. Even though it's not his. So I think there's a lot on today, not in terms of his job, but I think he can prove a point today. Lopetegui can prove a point if it works.
I agree with what you're saying about the striker thing. The only thing I would say is that he accepted a head coach role, and when you do that, I think you're saying, I need my kind of striker. Don't be surprised you get turned around and told, no, you don't. You get what you're given, and that's what you're given. Make it work. You're the head coach. Your job is to make the most of what you've got available to you. And that's why I think there's more pressure on Lopetegui to make everyone in the squad work, where compared to, say, David Moyes, because David Moyes was the manager. He could say, I don't like him. I'm leaving him out. Let's get him out in the next transfer window.
Yeah.
As a football club, you go, okay. But with Lopetegui, I think it's a bit different. It's like, well, no, you don't. You almost don't have that authority to decide that to some extent. We're giving you the squad. You have to work with those in there. And Fulkrug is a striker, whether you wanted him or not. That's who Tim Side going by. Whether that's the right striker for Lopetegui or not, I feel like it's a kind of a little bit of tough. You've got to get on with it. Same with Wan-Bissaka. I don't think Wan-Bissaka is the best right back for Lopetegui's system, but he has to make it work. So either you adjust your system to accommodate who's available, or you coach that player to fit your system. It's one of the two, really. Option 3, which is to replace him in the transfer window. I don't think he's got the head coach. I don't think he's got the same sway as what an old traditional manager would have at a football club. So I think he's just got to make it work to some extent. Anyway, the Brighton team is across the screen at the minute. Verbergen in goal with Veltman at right back, Dunk and Van Heck centre back. This is Stupinian at left back. Baliba will partner Weaver in midfield with Guda and Matoma, as well as Rutter in attacking midfield, and Yao Pedro up front. Not bad side.
Yeah, they're all right, mate. Yeah, they're good. They're good. But the closer it gets to kickoff, the more I feel we possibly might be able to get something in this game. Again, it's one of those ones where anything is open. We could get absolutely thumped. We could get thumped 5-0 here, right? Let's get that absolutely right. We really can. But
we could also win 6-5.
I don't think we can do that. What's that? Yeah, not anything. Almost anything. Almost anything. But we could win it. We could also win this 2-1. So it's it's a good team. They're a good side, and at some point their form is going to improve because they've got obviously good coach, good set of players, good infrastructure, all that time. But I do think this is really huge. Off the back of, I do think there are elements of luck against Wolves, and I think there are elements of luck against Bournemouth. I can't even remember who said I'd rather be a lucky manager than a good manager. I can't even remember who said that, but Might even be a boxing term that somebody's like bastardized and turned into a football one. But yeah, I wouldn't go fully with that. I think you need some competency rather than just luck, because I think luck runs out. But if he could go another game undefeated, if he could go win, draw, win, this is really, really good. We're in that position again. We can't because of goal difference. We can't get out of 14th. Palace are not going to beat Arsenal, so we're likely.
They might do.
Yeah, but we're likely to not drop down to 15th. So just one of those games again. It's the old Groundhog Day derby, again. So yeah, good team though.
Yeah, I think if we can get a point today, I think that would be a decent result going into the Southampton one on Boxing Day. I'm a bit like yourself. I found myself getting more and more optimistic, and then when that lineup came out in Footcrew, because my optimism went up quite a lot. Actually, I was like, here we go. And now this has got me a little bit excited, because I'll tell you what. I'll talk about Brighton in a second. Jared Bowen is fantastic at his crossing, and Footcrew is good at reading crosses. And I want to see us pinging crosses in today. We've got a striker in the box who loves it.
Yeah.
The last thing I want. Now, I don't want us booting the ball up to him. We've been a little bit guilty of that. At one point, we got a free kick against Bournemouth on the halfway line, and Mavropanos actually just dinked it out to the right for Souček to try and flick on. I thought, we're on the half. There's a free kick on the halfway line. You don't need to be doing that. So I think we are a little bit too hoofy sometimes. I think just calm it down. And I don't want to see us launching out Footcrew from 60 yards away, right? Because he is a strong player and he will do well. But you're asking him to either bring it down and play it off, or flick it on 20 yards or something. It's a very difficult skill to do.
Yeah.
But when he's in the 18-yarder, then I want to see us launching at his head. I want to see us getting the crosses in. These Brighton centre-backs aren't great at the minute. There's a few errors in that back line. Get Bowen going down that line, dinking it in, putting it along the floor, whatever way. Get Kudus going down the left and putting some crosses in, because he was doing that good against Wolves, and he sort of stopped a little bit in the second. But the first half in particular, he was keen to try and get some crosses in. So let's get feeding Footcrew. And I want to see one of, if not both, Paqueta and Souček in that box with him as well. So it's not just Footcrew they've got to worry about. But can you imagine some delicious crosses getting fired in today with Souček and Footcrew in there? You're going to get goals. It will.
I can imagine. I'll tell you what I can imagine. At one point in this game, both Souček being on a wing and Footcrew being on a wing, and a cross going over to Bowen from either one of those two. That I can imagine.
Well, I certainly don't want to see that. But I tell you what, I'll be quite excited actually if we're whipping in some delicious crosses and we've got Souček and Footcrew in there just causing absolute chaos. It'll be fun. It'll be a bit of carnage, and I'm up for a bit of carnage today.
Yeah, all right.
In terms of Brighton, Weaver's obviously in there, who's a big player, 6'3", 6'4" or something, which would suggest that maybe he's in there in order to try and help accommodate Thomas Souček, the aerial duels, just try and stop us winning everything in the air. But they are a little bit weak at the back, Brighton. I do fancy our chances today, but I still think we're going to need to score at least 2. I think if we want to get something from today, I think we're going to have to get at least 2. I think you can't really trust Mavropanos, can you?
You can trust him to fall over. It depends what you want to trust him to do. He looks like an accident waiting to happen sometimes. But that's okay. As long as he doesn't make a mistake.
Thing is, even when he's excellent, he's still dodgy. I thought he was excellent against Wolves, but then I thought he should have conceded a penalty.
Yeah, no. What he should have done. He should. Well, again, that was clumsy. He's on the edge. He's like a Formula One driver. He thinks he's going to crash at every corner, but he doesn't. He completes the Grand Prix a lot of the time, and I'm not suggesting he's winning every Grand Prix, but yeah. He's got a lot of good stuff about him. I do like the way he's attritional. I like the way he's attritional, and I think he's. But I think maybe he hasn't got the reading of the game as some other players, and I think maybe Kilman cuts stuff out without having to get into the duel because he reads things a little bit better. And I think maybe sometimes Mavropanos gets himself into that situation. I think because he's a little bit like he is, I think eventually you are going to do something clumsy and concede make a foul or make a mistake or do something. So Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to Debo not being involved. I know he's obviously on the bench as well, but there's a whole backstory to that as well, isn't there? So, yeah.
Yeah, and one that I want West Ham to get resolved pretty quickly because we're already spending 40 million on him, so we can't afford a 40 million centre back to be sat there doing nothing for the rest of the season. So we do need to deal with that one. That's a topic for another day. Right then, myself and Gonzo are going to compile a little bet, and should the bet win, we're going to give one of you the winnings. We'll tell you how to enter in just a second, but you will need to be subscribed, so make sure you're clicking that button now. Gonzo, what do you fancy?
I think we've got to do a West Ham win. I think you've got to do a full crew goal for this bet, I think. Haven't you?
So West Ham win, full crew to get a goal, right? Yeah. Anything else?
Go on, you pick something.
I think if we do Jared Bowen to score or assist,
Okay.
I think that'd be a nice little thing, and possibly Yao Pedro to score or assist as well, because I think we both fancy a couple goal, at least one goal.
Yeah, there's going to be. I feel there's going to be, sort of 4 goals in this game.
And do you fancy anyone getting booked?
A Lopetegui.
Can't do Lopetegui.
Yeah. Well, if you weren't here, I probably would. What can you say? Yeah, Paqueta.
What about Veltman up against Kudus? Do you think he can be a little bit?
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I don't know.
Just trying to think how Brighton will play. They've obviously got Mitoma, but Wan-Bissaka tends to be quite well behaved, so I don't really want to do Wan-Bissaka booking. Edson Alvarez feels like a bit of a shoe-in.
It does, but that doesn't mean we necessarily shouldn't do it.
Yeah, we'll do Alvarez then.
Yeah, go on.
Do that. That'll do. We'll do 2 winners. Actually, it's the last one before Christmas. We'll round up to do 3 winners. So if this wins, we will put our own little money in from the Hammers Chat Kitty to make it 3 winners of £100 each. Okay, so there'll be 3 people to win £100 if this bet wins. West Ham to win the match, Fulkrug to score, Bowen to score or assist, Yao Pedro to score or assist, and Edson Alvarez pick up a card. To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
UEFA is smoking.
Yeah, into live chat. The spelling will be on your screen in just a second if you need it, and then you're entered into the live chat. Yes, Mario, we've got 2 players on the verge of getting suspended. I believe Lucas Paqueta and Edson Alvarez are both 1 yellow card away from suspension. What's funny? Can you see that happening?
It is funny. It is funny, isn't it? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We were doing our breakfast show earlier, and you had to leave quickly. So I just went through the questions, and someone had asked, do you, because obviously somebody had asked, what do you think? It was your question, wasn't it? And then you left before we sort of revisited it. And it was,
hang on a minute. This just searching. No, you carry on.
Well, it's not that important. Go on if you've got something more.
I'm just having a look now. On 4 yellow cards, we've got Alvarez, Rodriguez, Paqueta, and Souček. So we've got 4
really
players
bad. We're really ill-disciplined. Really ill-disciplined.
Who fancies Boxing Day off, lads?
Yeah, there you go. It's just there's so much other stuff to discuss. It sort of doesn't get discussed as much as it probably should do. The lack of discipline. We were giving our opinions on what Alvarez's value is now, and then we got into the conversation after you left that actually I don't think top clubs will look at him anymore. It's just too risky. He really is. I think he's gone in his time at West Ham from being a hothead who perhaps can be managed to someone who is guaranteed to miss a large chunk of games each season. And I think for that reason, I think because of his discipline, his ill discipline, should I say? I just don't think it's so. Yeah, but a bit of an issue for West Ham. We'll see if it crops up in this one, but I'd be amazed if we don't get cards, and the stats would back me up on that.
Speaking of a player that used to get suspended for Boxing Day, I've got a box here. We'll do a little unboxing live on stream.
Go on, do an unboxing.
I haven't opened it yet. We'll do an unboxing.
I didn't. I had an unboxing. So do you know, somebody sent me anonymously a pack, like a box of celebrations. There you go. I bet this one. It's a different shaped box, to be honest with you.
What are you saying?
I didn't tell you. Someone anonymously sent me a box of celebrations and a box of. When I say a box, I mean not like a tub. A box of celebrations Like, will keep me and the kids in chocolate forever. And I don't even know. It is a box of biscuits. I mean, a massive, like bigger than that thing you got in your hand, full of biscuits.
I don't know. This box is big. Look, it's a big box. I know what it is. There's two things in here. If
two biscuits,
correct. It's not two biscuits. But I know what one of them is, and it's well, I know what both items are, but one item in particular is pretty exciting.
It's not a pair. It's not a signed pair of Kevin Nolan pants, is it? Used?
Not pants, no.
No.
But you're on the right player.
Ah, excellent.
But there's a story about the item regarding its authenticity.
Sorry, that deserves it. Westwood Hammer. There you go. That deserves popping up. That's a good one. That deserves popping up.
It's definitely not a replacement. I'm not going to bother him with a pumpkin next year.
People can't contain their excitement.
Good. It's yeah. Look at this, Adrian. YouTube's gone full correct. It's an old school YouTube concept, isn't it? An unboxing. So there's package one, which we'll get into in a second.
What, you haven't opened. But how long are you dragging this out for? You haven't. Can you put yourself? Hold on. Put yourself on full screen.
I don't know how you do that.
Hold on. That's not right. What's going on? I
don't know how.
Oh.
Charlie used to be able to do it. That'll do. How did you manage that? Right, so we've got an item in here.
Can you still hear me?
Which they might be for giveaways. We're not sure yet because I've spent quite a lot of money on items recently. So I need to discuss with Gonzo what to do.
Lacey Sporran, for a moment, I thought that was the name of a girl. He means a nice bit of fishnet Scottish attire.
Yeah. Right, you ready for this?
Well, we're all ready, mate. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Selhurst Park.
But let me just try and get it out gently.
Hold on, be careful. Some people are just still listening.
Yeah, because expensive. There you go.
Beautiful. Wow. Oh, that's the real deal.
This is the real deal.
That's the proper. Okay, that's how it should look. Yeah. Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
That's
how it should. That's how it should look.
That's
when it was close to the pitch.
A possible prize. Comes with a nice certificate of authenticity to say that.
To say it, that really is Upton Park and not Old Trafford. Is there a hologram on it?
Anyway, so we've got that one.
Yeah.
And then we've got this item here.
Get the pants out. Come on, let's see.
Excuse me.
How dusty was that?
Match worn, Kevin Nolan. Shirt. Swapped it with Lee Tomlin, and that's how it's available. Lee Tomlin sold it.
There should be a list. There should be a list of ex-players who've sold on shirts that they've swapped.
But do you remember the pièce de résistance we bought a couple of weeks ago?
Remind me. Oh yes, the England one. The England one.
Yeah. This is no one's seen that we've got this yet. We don't know what we're doing with this one. We spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah, can you? There you go. That's the concept you want.
Here's the expensive one. They weren't even the expensive one. This is England under 21 shirt from the Bulgaria game. Match worn, no name on the back, but it's match worn, and you can find out who wore it. Just Google it. There's loads of images of him wearing it, but you can guess who wore it. Mr. Mark Noble wore this, and not only did he wear it, he scored his first of 3 England under 21 goals in this shirt in this game, and obviously signed by the England under 21 team at the time.
He sold it to Lee Tomlin, and we got it off him.
Spent a bit of money on it. So it's an incredibly rare shirt. Well, I say rare. There's only one of them. There's only one of these shirts in the world. We've got it. So what I'm going to do is, before we decide what to do with it, we're going to offer it to Mark Noble first, in case he wants it back. Because maybe he gave it away at the time, thinking he was going to play for England. But this is, unfortunately, this is as good as it ever got for him, really, with the England national team. So we're going to offer it to Mark Noble first, and then if he doesn't want it, we'll work out what to do. But we spent a lot of money on it, so it might be a giveaway. I don't know. Me and Gonzo need to decide what to do. So there's some of the prizes we've been getting our hands on. Oh, we've got this one. This one here. Match worn from back in the day. So it was worn by, I can't remember. It's two possible players wore this one, because there's two different players wore the number 11 throughout this season. One of them being Lee Chapman, so it might have been his.
How big is it?
Quite big, isn't it? 44 inches. What are you laughing at?
It doesn't matter. It's not even important.
Oh dear.
I know. It's just sometimes people are listening to this, and that just the last 15 seconds might sound funny.
There you go.
Any imagery of context.
So got that one.
Some people don't do a signature. Some people just write their name, don't they?
I know. Some just scribble, and some actually just spell their name out. Tell you what, that would annoy me though, if you were waiting to get autographs and somebody was writing out letter by letter. I'd be, get a move on. So there you go. There's the what we've been buying at Hammer's Chat.
Nice unboxing.
That's the other one.
Little coffin fit as well.
There you go. Anyway, right, Gonzo.
He was a great detective, wasn't he?
For God's sake. We've got. You've seen the teams. How are you feeling?
Yeah, okay. I'm not dreading it. I'm not dreading it at all. And yeah, they can't. I can't even. Whatever. I said it. I think I said it on a video. They can't ruin my weekend this weekend because it's just 14th. Whatever happens, it's just 14th. So no, it's going to be 14th. No one's getting sacked. Nothing can happen. What's? I'll say this now. In fact, there you go. Type that in the chat. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, but I want to win today, because then if we beat Southampton, we might be able to start moving up the table a little bit. And even if it's false hope, I'll take it at the minute, because we've had no hope so far. But just to be able to think, do you know what? Maybe we could go on again to the top half this season, which wouldn't be a bad season. Come May, we finish 9th or something. It's a respectable season. It's the performances on the pitch that have to improve as well. But I think before you can start fine-tuning things on the pitch and improving the entertainment side of it, I think you need to get your results on board first, so you've got breathing space. Because if you're constantly 6 points away from the bottom three, every game is a bit of a grind. You just get 3 points, just get 3 points. Whereas if you can get 10, 11, 12 points between yourself and the bottom three, actually, you can't afford to try and crank up the entertainment factor a little bit. You can't afford to go, okay, the next home game, we're going to do Somerville, Caduce, Bowen, and Fulkrug. And we are going to concede, but we're going to try and score 3 goals this match. When you're constantly looking over the shoulder, you're not really afforded that luxury. You can't really have that mind. Well, you can, but you'd be brave and bold to have that attitude going into a match. It's almost like we have to get 3 points no matter what. And if we can get a win today, I think that would give us all a boost, because when we beat Wolves, I think the general vibe was we won, but it doesn't really feel like we won. So we need a good performance, a good result, and we can start to look forward to the Southampton game on Boxing Day as well. So we'll see.
What I would say is, it's not. I'm not bemoaning a lack of entertainment. That's why I'm pleased. I didn't say I wanted David Moyes to go because of a lack of entertainment, particularly because the old Maximus, are you not entertained fully? Fully, too much. We're seeing a lot of goal scoring opportunities at both ends in terms of it's sometimes I think it might be basketball that we're watching. So yeah, I don't know. I just find it difficult, Gio. I find it difficult because I know I don't have any faith that this guy can turn it around. And when I say turn it around, I think where we are is what he can do. I think that's it. I think this thing about how he was getting Sevilla, up and consistently at the top with one of the best defenses in the league, and that's what he did. I don't think we're going to have any of that at West Ham. I really don't. I think we're going to constantly give up a load of chances to the opposition. I think we're going to. I just think this is what we've got until something changes. So but by the same token, I am insulated by not worrying. We're too good to be bothered by the teams that are below us, but we're not going down. But I don't see anyone above us who look remotely catchable by us. I just don't think we're good enough under Lopetegui.
Yeah, I completely agree. Anyway, thank you to GP for £5 super chat. GP said, "Merry Christmas. Thank you for the coverage all year." Right, get your thoughts into live chat. Time to see what you're saying. It could be about the West Ham team. It could be about the Brighton team. Any big, strong feelings you've got one way or another? I don't know. I've read it as well.
It's got a very conspiratorial. I don't. All I would say is it may or may not be true. Now is not the time or the place. We're talking about West Ham. We might veer off and talk about which sauce you might want on a pizza.
For anyone unaware, someone's just put in the comments saying, Gonzo, we click on it now.
So I'm not going to click on it. I'm going to delete it. I'm not going to ban them just in case it is a regular poster. Not the time, not the place.
We got a lecture about buying off Temu, which nobody's ever mentioned Temu.
That's where the Kevin Nolan top came from. That's what he's saying. You've been dodgy. That's why you got a coughing fit when you opened up the little Selhurst Park.
Oh, smog. So we just got a lecture about buying off.
This is not from Temu. What are you suggesting? It's got fluffy bits on it and everything.
I've never bought off Temu, never will. So I don't know. Just a very random message, and it's a one-man campaign. Don't know. Good luck to you on your way. I hope you manage to shut down Temu. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Basically, there you go. I'll tell you something though. I've had a look on there once, and I saw that they can't guarantee a delivery very, very quickly, and it's cheap as chips. If they are using Temu to fund anything, they can't be getting very much money because I think a pair of jeans was about tuppence on there. So I don't think they're funding anything with that.
Well, you said they were funding the military, so maybe they're using like pea shooters or something.
Yeah.
But did I get you? Wait till my brother comes with a slingshot, then you're in trouble.
Absolutely. Don't start posting about all those drones now, please. Thank you. No funny stuff.
Right then, kickoff half an hour away from the London Stadium. Mandy says Alvarez and Souček in the middle does not inspire them. Understandable. I do think we're going to miss Solo a lot today.
Yeah, I agree.
Hugh's saying, have you heard about Antonio's accident? Don't know if it's true, but apparently had 2 million in cash in a bag. I mean, let's just leave that bit out.
Crikey. Okay.
He could buy the whole of Temu for that.
£2 million cash. Can they £2 million cash? What you couldn't spend £2 million cash. There's nothing. I can't. Do you know what? My daughter, right? A really good friend of the family gave my daughter £20, right? £20. There you go. Get your not seen you in a while. Get yourself something nice. My daughter gave me the £20 because she can't spend cash anywhere. So, Dad, can you take the £20 and can you transfer me that 20? You can't spend £2 million. You cannot, not in cash. No way.
Yeah, I've not heard that rumor. Maybe it was away for a big Chinese.
Have you seen the clips of all the players coming out of the training ground in their cars. Someone's done a YouTube video, and all the players, they're signing shirts. They'll come out the training ground in their cars. You see what cars they got. And obviously that was, obviously I think it's doing the rounds because that was whatever, a few days before Mikel Antonio. And yes, he was fine. And there was no, £2 million were spotted. And he drove out the training ground very, very carefully. Did you see Andy Irving's car? It's brilliant.
No.
It's got a Nissan, like a normal, just a car, just a car, just a Nissan. There's everyone driving out in Bentleys and I don't know, whatever it was, Lamborghini, whatever, Ferrari, whatever. Antonio had, and all these flash cars, and yeah, and a Nissan. That's my mime for driving, by the way.
Would anyone stop him though? Because you just assume it's not a footballer.
Someone did. They know because they're West Ham fans. They've got their shirts and their pens. One of them had a Kevin Nolan shirt.
Not that one. Match worn from Lee Tomlin.
Yeah.
So, Brad saying, any chance we see some youth today? Well, there's only Ollie Scarles on the bench, isn't there? So,
and that means us too. That's what he's saying. I've been tuning in, lads. You old bastards on the screen. Any chance of seeing some youth on YouTube?
Yeah, playing for you to Foxtrot Oscar. Come on.
Yeah. Not on this channel.
DJ John says Antonio was carrying up taking his redundancy pay.
Yeah,
right then, let's keep your comments coming in. Andrew said, actually going to the game for the first time in 2 years. I'm buzzing. Well, it's 28 minutes till kickoff. You need to get a wiggle on if you're not already there. Yeah, you're going to miss it.
Sorry, can I just, I know, just to say on this tangent, that is absolutely right. What I mean, and that's if it was £50 notes. It was an incredible. It's an incredible. You can't carry that much cash around. You just can't. It's not in fivers.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
No, it's a bit. Hammer Time got stopped by fans when he went to the training ground to do a job.
What outside were you driving out? And I don't need to do the mime anymore. You know what driving is. Driving out of his fan. Excuse me. You sign this England under 21 shirt for us.
Did you sign it? That's why I would. Would you?
You would have done. You would have done.
What would you sign it as?
Oh, I don't know. Nigel Quasi.
I don't know. You would just do a squiggle, wouldn't you?
You would do a squiggle. They wouldn't know.
I think I'd write Dimitri Payet on it or something. So,
course.
Then, but hang on a minute, I've got Dimitri Payet. I didn't even notice him.
But people get confused. I said it before. I met Jane Torville, and because I recognised her face, I assumed I knew her. I met Jordan Hugill, and because I recognised his face, just assumed he was from someone from down the boats. So you can, if you know what I mean, you can confuse people. So I think, you just go, yeah. And I'd ask anyone to sign anything. You never know.
Well, I'll buy it, as you can see.
Sure, yeah.
Any West Ham players signed it, I'll buy it for a giveaway. Sorted. Nana says 2-0 West Ham today, convincing performance, and a very Merry Christmas to us.
Merry Christmas.
You said 2-2 in the preview. You're sticking with 2-2?
Did I? You sure?
Yeah, we both said
I did.
2-2.
We both went at Desmond. You're right. We did.
I am right, yeah.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah. No, 2-1 Brighton. Changed my mind.
Wait, so you think why do you think Brighton are going to win?
Well, because they're better.
I'm sticking with 2-2, but what have you put West Ham to win in the bet for then if you think we're going to get beat?
Because I always put West Ham to win, apart from the one time I didn't. And then I got hate mail. It's not mail, is it?
Oh, you do a little bit, don't you?
Oh,
You do get a lot of grief.
Personal.
People get angry when you go against
stuff. Well, it always amazes me how anyone thinks that 4 eyes is a hurtful comment. It's a hurtful comment. Anyway, it's not even true. I've got loads of the buggers. Probably more like 8 eyes with me and all my spectacles.
But someone called you 4 eyes because you took West Ham to lose.
You next Tuesday. Okay. Fine.
Anyway, Jay, yes, you can delete your prediction and redo it on Patreon. You're okay. It says 15 minutes for a kickoff. As long as it's done before kickoff, really, we're not too bad. Brooke says, "Where's the match bingo link?" Well, thank you very much, actually, because it's in the description below. This video is sponsored by Match Bingo, and if you want to get involved, what are you gasping for?
It was close. We almost forgot.
I didn't forgot. I was just waiting.
Oh, well, yeah.
Waiting a little bit.
What for the Southampton game?
Brilliant. Anyway, if you want to download the Match Bingo app, links in the description below. Please do use that. Like, we've got an event coming up with them in January, and you will need Match Bingo in order to play along. You could still join in with the event, but to get the full experience, you're going to need the Match Bingo app. It is a gambling app, so please do gamble responsibly. However, that's something to take into consideration when building the app. Yeah. The cards are £2 per play, so even if you bought every single card for this game, it would cost you £8 in total. So you can't spend all your wages on Match Bingo, essentially. Like
unless you earn £8 a week. Sorry, it's not even funny. I shouldn't even joke. Sorry. Carry on, Joe. Sorry.
Well, it was quite funny. You're allowed to make a joke like that. It's just anyway. Lost my train of thought now. Combining bingo with this game in particular, 15 events you need to occur. Pays out first line, second line, as well as full house. Plus, there's a bonus pot as well. So good luck to everybody and anybody participating.
Antonio won it all last time, didn't he? put it in the rucksack.
Insisted on it in cash.
Absolutely.
Sent them to the wall, made them bust. Peter says, thinks Brighton will win as our defence is poor and hope I am wrong. Michael says Villa have just beaten Man City. Tough game in the FA Cup incoming. Swings of mind about something's got to give for Villa. I think they'll have to play a very rotated team, but we'll deal with that in January. Jay said one of the winners from Man U game. Had my fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get it right today. Major says don't make him laugh. He's hurt his back.
Sorry, I don't know if I'm laughing at that, Major. I apologize. I think Major might be popping over tomorrow morning.
Oh, what for?
Whether he's back to see Zippy to bring his little one to meet my dog. There you go.
Does he know when I come see my Upton Park model or my match worn Kevin Nolan shirt?
He may well do. He may well do. You never know. He might end up knocking on your door and not mine.
Well, I might not be here. HVNY says, if Fulkrug gets a hat trick, I'm eating my hat. You don't have to. It's not really. No. You could just celebrate Fulkrug getting a hat trick. You don't need to do anything extreme as that. I do think he'll score, though. I am fancying a Fulkrug goal, you know. Giant bone assist, Fulkrug, bang. 1-0 West Ham. Steve's saying the same. Fulkrug's going to score and prove a few people wrong. I think the thing is, I think there's more frustration over the transfer than the actual player. And I think it's also, I think there's more frustration over missing out on John Duran going for Fulkrug than there is on Fulkrug.
Yeah, I don't think too many people are saying he can't score goals. I don't think that's well, not that I've heard. I think people say he can score goals when he gets injured.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that doesn't occur. But if he can score today and we can get something out of the game, that's positives to take going into the next game against Southampton. And 100% I would, yes.
Would you? Me too. That's a bloody damn fine question, Robert. I like that
one. 100%. I think they're both players that are potentially world class, but one of them's currently doing it, the other one's not.
Well, and we have a really good right winger anyway in Bowen. So sorry, Mohammed. Not that he's watching this. If he is, what are you doing? Get him to do some stretches or something.
I didn't see the second goal. I didn't see Rodgers' goal, but I seen Villa's first one, and Duran scored it. But the pass from Tielemans,
really?
Yeah, one of those just through the middle of the pitch and just took entire Man City defence out of the game.
Did he start?
Duran, yeah, he's started the last couple and scored in the last couple as well. Scored a header in the last game against.
It was a good header, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who was it?
I don't know. A defence, I think, and a goalkeeper.
It'll come to me because Martinez. It's going to annoy me though.
What do you think of it?
Martinez made that top save just seconds before.
Forest. Done.
Yeah, Milankovic's. Well, I think it was Milankovic's header. But yeah, it was against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, he's in good nick at the minute as well, which makes it worse. Simmons says Alvarez's weaknesses are massively exposed when we try to play him anywhere other than defensive midfield. some game he occupies every other position other than
It's
defensive
true.
midfield.
It's true.
He
It's
does.
true.
He is a little bit headless chicken sometimes, isn't he?
It just gets maybe he gets bored.
Amsterdam says, glad to see Fulkrug starting 11. He will need a pass by someone such as Florian Wirtz for sure. Hammer 99 says, happy to watch us whipping balls into Fulkrug and Souček today. Brighton are weak at the back.
They really are. I totally agree.
Simon reckons Fulkrug and Souček are both scoring a header each, and we're going to win 2-1. Now, there's a bet for you. That'll be worth a few quid. Connor's asking, Alvarez on 4 yellow cards. Gonzo, is Alvarez on 4 yellow cards?
He's on 4 yellow cards. He's one suspension. He's one card away from a suspension again.
Dave says we need to move on from Jovan. We've got Annie Dings and his Turkish hair and a handful for any Premier League defence. Lord of Dead says, hopefully Fulkrug is as good as they say he is because he's been absent for quite some time. Jay says if we win today and beat Southampton, 25 points after 18 games, so on for a 50-point season. Is that more or less what you thought prior to the beginning of the season?
I don't know, Jay. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, when you write it like that, it seems okay. Okay, prior to the season, maybe. Once we started spending all that money as well, I got to say, we spend all that money. I was sort of hoping and dreaming of Europe, it has to be said.
John says, no overlay. Not today, John. Basically, it's a completely different software. And this is what we're using now is really easy and simple. You click a couple of buttons and it's done. The other one, a bit more clicky. Ideally, I need to be here in order for it to work. To just because I've used it before, whereas Gonzo hasn't, and we didn't know if I'd be here today.
Yeah.
So we've set it up using this one just to take the pressure off us.
Yes.
But I am here. But rather than just changing at the 12th hour, we're going with the.
And it will all be used again. It's just a little bit intense at the moment in terms of getting stuff set up and going live.
Time and place, not today. Chaz is saying, what do you reckon score is? You said 2-1, I said 2-2. We'll get the prediction of someone else in just a second. Who's looking?
I also said 2-2 and 3-1 as well.
Yeah. He picks a few, so he's right. Peter says tough run of games after Southampton.
I agree. I had a look yesterday.
Who have we got? Liverpool, Man City.
Fulham are in there as well. I just start looking at it and think, well, hold on a second. There's Villa are in there. Obviously, we played them in the cup. It just they're all those teams. You think, oh crikey, this stock could do us some damage, and that's what I mean. I don't look at too many teams above us and feel confident of beating them. And it's funny how it's switched around in the past couple of seasons. I don't just mean this season. Fulham gave us a right old spanking last season as well on both occasions, 7-0 on aggregate. It's just funny how. How you end up now fearing teams who really we wouldn't have feared 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Thank you, people, for asking about Grace. She's doing well. She's coming home on Christmas Eve, assuming she stops losing weight. That's what she got weighed again today, and it's the 3rd time they've done her weight, and the 3rd time she's lost weight. So that's the new snag that we've hit, Gonzo. But as long as she stops losing weight, she'll be back home on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to get this done, do the review, then back up to the hospital and sit there staring at 4 walls until I leave again for something. But yeah, she's doing good. Thank you very much. Alex says, my daughter bought me a birthday gift, which is glass with silhouettes of 4 or 5 Hammers players in it. We agreed on 2, but debated the others. Can I send a video for everybody to vote? Yes, you can.
100%.
We'll enjoy that, Mal.
We'll do that.
That's the type of thing me and Gonzo enjoy. So
yeah.
hammerschat@gmail.com. We transfer it to Malk to hammerschat@gmail.com.
We won't just upload your video. We'll have a discussion around that.
Yeah,
one.
we will make
the type of content we want.
Yeah, we like silly stuff like that. Send it. And also, I'm intrigued to see it. I've never heard of such a thing, so I'm actually intrigued to see.
Don't trick us. Don't want to like some silhouette of Katie Price or something on there, and we go, hold on a second.
Looks like Fulkrug. He's been on German quiz shows. Now he's on other German shows as well.
Okay, never mind Danny Ings with an old turkey teeth, not turkey teeth, the turkey hair. It's got an old I know. You probably, I'm not even going to say it. It's a double T, though. It's turkey something else. Probably don't have to go to Turkey for those, do you?
Alan says, problem is I don't have much confidence in us getting points from the teams below us. We've been lucky against a few teams this season.
We have.
Yeah. Anyway, Northie, are you ready yet? You're on mute. Get yourself off mute, son.
Nice jumper.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad, chaps. Yourselves?
Yeah, we're doing good. What's your score prediction? We need it.
Yeah, 2-1 West Ham.
There you go.
Same as mine.
It was going to be 2-0, but then I saw Mavropanos was starting, so we'll concede one, I'm sure.
I'm sure as well. Don't worry about it. I'm definitely sure. HVN said a Timu ad has just popped up.
That's funny, isn't it? That's just what happens. Your phone is listening to you. Yeah. We tested it once. We tested it once by talking about if it would work, and we were talking about broccoli. We're talking about broccoli, and then honestly, the next day, all my mates, we screenshotted each other. And there it was, and it was funny enough. It was Tesco broccoli, and it was if you had the club card, you got 30 pence off the broccoli or whatever. Honestly, your phone is listening to you. It was just funny.
Broccoli in Tesco at the minute, it's 15 pence.
Is it really?
Yeah, because it's Christmas. It's one of the.
No one wants to eat it. Everyone sprouts.
Yeah, what? Broccoli's delicious.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying at Christmas, it's dropped down the list, isn't it? The vegetable list.
Yeah, but it's one of the 6. Red cabbage, carrots, parsnip.
Yeah.
They're all 15 pence a bag.
We got our carrots and parsnips yesterday, 8p a bag in Asda. We've topped it, 8p. So it was like, we can only have 5.
Serious? Are you not? Is this right?
5 maximum. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Skunk. All that. It's the sprouts are 15p as well, and the all-round potatoes are reduced, but I don't know what to because I don't get them.
How round are they?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. But they've got the free carrots at the front again. To take a carrot for the reindeer.
No,
Once again, I
see
see people taking like 6. I'm like, that's not how it works. You're allowed 1 free carrot. You're essentially just taking all the loose carrots.
There's a lot of reindeer.
There's a lot of reindeer.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, but you're only allowed 1 free one.
Well, what about? That's Rudolph's just noshing all of it off, isn't he? Blitzer. What's funny about that?
That's one way of motivating them.
Little Farmer Christmas, come on! He wants a little bit more pace out of the sleigh. Little cheeky reach around to Rudolph there. Come on, boys.
Rudolph, you slag. Rudolph the slag.
I think you'll find ho ho ho, Rudolph, you slag. If you're going to say, Gio's not very Christmassy.
Rudolph the slaggy reindeer.
Oh, blimey, here
noshes
we go.
Off all his friends.
Oh, blimey, hold on. Sorry, children. And
complaints in the comments.
And reindeer. Not very vegan, is it?
Anyway, so Michael's saying the potatoes are 8 pence for 2 kilograms.
It's just getting cheap. If we carry on, if we were to do another 10 minutes of this build-up show, I'm sure there'd be nuppence if there was such an amount.
Anyway, myself and Gonzo are going to disappear. Northie, we're going to leave it in your capable hands. Have a good show. Enjoy yourself. And I hope your prediction's right. And I hope Gonzo's is wrong. All 4 of Gonzo's predictions are wrong. And we'll catch you up in a bit.
Great stuff. Thanks, gents. Hello. Oi to you, Dean, and others. How you doing? So, yeah, my prediction's 2-1. I'm feeling confident. Obviously, there's no Nick today, just to preempt that. He's actually at the Brighton game, looking for friends, as he keeps asking everybody to meet him. But I don't know if anybody's reached out. So it's just me today. So we will hopefully, I'm a little bit hungover, I'm not going to lie, but I'm hoping this is going to be a really smooth game. And I'm going for 2-1. Is anyone agreeing? Does anyone think we're going to win? Or do you think it's going to be another nervy West Ham watch along? Do let us know in the comments. Now, I don't know. Does anybody know? Can anybody tell me? I can't seem to find out the information. What's happened with Todibo? Has he had a falling out? Is he injured? Does anyone know? I don't know. No, I don't. I'm just in the bar in the gardens, and I can't. I've got another backdrop, but I just couldn't be bothered to turn it around. That's how lazy I am. That's how, a few too many beers last night, so I didn't actually turn the table around to get the bar shot in behind. So I'm just being a bit lazy. Okay, so there's some good positivity here. 3-1 West Ham, love that. 2-1, 3-1, 2-1. I love that. Oh, I think Nick is watching along. So he's just I'm not going to put your comment up, but everybody can look in the comments to see Nick's comment. So apparently he has got a friend. Ooh, friends, best friends, West Ham friends. Okay, 2-1. Yeah, so Spud Farmer has said that he feels there has been an incident with Loppy. Yeah, does anyone know what it is? I know that they're going to keep these kind of things quiet, but I'm just not sure what the incident was. I mean, Mavropanos just keeps making mistakes. And as I said in a podcast I did with Nick midweek on Patreon, I think, to be honest, if it was me in his shoes, with Mavropanos being a seasoned international professional and keep making these kind of silly mistakes, I would put in one of the youth players. What was his name? Chap that come on. God, not Skulls. The other one. The other one that come on last week. I think let's try and blood some youngsters. When we're having a pro who's struggling and we've got somebody else that's not getting on with the manager, I think Loppy could actually get quite a lot of kudos and credit for trying to give youngsters a chance. So for me, I think there's an opportunity there, but we're not doing that. His toe got tore up onto Debo. Okay, because it's Christmas, Daniel was saying it's going to be 2-2. Welsh Hammer agrees. Dean is going for a lovely cheeky 3-1 as well. And yeah, obviously we haven't spoke about this, but Fulkrug to start. There's been a lot of rumours that he's unhappy. I think he put out some kind of statement, but it's been misconstrued because he said he's had an awful time in London. I mean, London's not great anyway, is it? To be honest. But if you're coming over from Germany and just sitting on the subs bench and getting injured, if someone spends big money on you, you want to show and prove your worth, and he hasn't had the chance. So today could be the day. Who thinks Fulkrug is going to score? I wonder what the odds are. I'm not a betting man, so I'm not going to look it up like Nick does, but I wonder what the odds are on him scoring first. Could be a good little cheeky bet for someone. Some other jumping on the Fwens bandwagons. Oh, hello. Lord of the Dead has gone for 4-1 without the VAR. I was at the Wolves game. Yeah, Wolves, they obviously couldn't beat Ipswich as well next game, so that is a tough one. Dave said that he thinks Tadebo's injured because he would be on the bench. I mean, that's what I looked out for, Dave. Totally agree. So as soon as I saw Mavropanos starting, I looked straight at the bench and saw Tadebo weren't there. So either he's really injured or he's just had a real big falling out. But I mean, you wouldn't put someone that good. I'm not saying he's a world beater. He's still growing into the team, but definitely the best option alongside Kilman. But fullbacks, happy with. That up front, the formation, there's going to be no surprises there, really. I hope Kudos gets a goal. I think he's due one. And I can see Soucek scoring today as well. So I can see goals. I can see goals. I mean, I'm going 2-1. I'm being a little bit conservative. Brighton obviously haven't won in 5. So, yeah, quietly positive. Hugh says there is no pace, though, through the middle of the park. Yeah. I mean, we know that. But I think Fulkrug's that kind of... The goal he did get was a striker's goal in terms of cross coming in. Just managed to get a head on it. Good header. And I think if we can get Bowen and Kudos crossing balls in, I think we'll do all right. Yeah, thank you. It was Casey. Cheers, mate. Yeah, my memory went then. You're going to have to help me out today, people. Tadebo needs a sweet talk Loppy. Yeah, I think he does. And Jay said he'd rather take a bad toe Todebo than a Dividino. Yeah. Okay. So Con, I don't know if everyone has an opinion. That's fine. Mavro was class against Wolves, apart from the goal he let in. But apart from that, he was mustard. And that's the thing. He's just got mistakes in him. And I think when you have a defender that when he does make a mistake, it typically costs you a goal. That is always a worry. Jay's saying Fulkrug to get 2 goals. Love that. Hope so. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to go, everybody. Just to keep you in the loop in case you want to go and grab a mince pie, a cup of tea just before we kick off, or a Bailey's. What's your tipple today? Let us know what your tipple is. Obviously, as I had a few last night, I've stuck to the orange, so I'm being a little bit boring. But yeah, I had a few trying to make baby Guinnesses yesterday with Kahlua and Bailey's. Couldn't quite get the Baileys to sit on top, so yeah. But my hands are a bit shaky at that point, so that's probably why. Okay, BBC Sport will have Tadimo on the bench. Premier League doesn't, so I don't think he is there. But let me know if that is. Let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, so a few people mentioning Duran as well. Yeah, I think somebody mentioned this just before Gonzo went on air, went off air. But we have to kind of forget about Duran. I think, missed opportunity. We've had a few of those. I would just sack our scouting team, to be honest, because Fulkrug's too early, so jury's out on him. Can't pass judgment really. He's not had the chance. But I think with some of the other ones, we are like Haller. I looked up Haller this morning actually for some reason. I was looking at something else. He's played 8 games in Spain and hasn't scored. So it's not just that West Ham that he's been struggling. Yeah, that's probably what I need, mate. So you're on a black coffee today. Badger's gone for a tea. I hope that's a Builders. And I hope it's Yorkshire tea, which is the only tea. PG Tips doesn't count. That's not proper tea. Coke Zeros. Okay. Official Twitter has him on the bench too. Let me have a look here. It does. Okay. There's me talking crap. So definitely didn't on Twitter when I first looked at it. Weird. Okay, so Steve was on the bench. So maybe he hasn't fallen out then. Okay. Okay, so question. What's this about Kudus? You think he'll go to Arsenal? I think he could. He could go to Arsenal. I know he was at the game, but I think that's just, he knows Declan. And I have no problem with professional footballers going to watch other teams. And we're all football fans. We love football. I watched Luton versus Derby last night. I've got no affiliation to either, but football's football. So if you love football, you'll go and watch anything. So he could. Now, I know there's talk of Rashford coming to West Ham. I don't know if Rashford would come to West Ham. And I don't know what you guys think about Rashford being at West Ham. But he's kind of a similar type player in a lot of ways in terms of he's kind of wide forward. I'm not sure. Hopefully he doesn't go. He has got a buyout clause. I don't think Arsenal would pay that, but then they paid it for Rice. So who knows? I've got a good friend of mine who's Arsenal. I was talking to him about it. He doesn't really see who he'd get rid of in Arsenal's attack. Arsenal need a number 9. They just don't score enough. So I don't think they'll go for Kudus. I think they'd spend their money on an out-and-out striker. Dave's on the Bovril. I haven't had Bovril since he used to work on the markets when I was about 16. So, yeah, that is a while ago. Michael is a no to Rashford. Right, I am going to get my radio stream up for the West Ham game. So, a minute here. Bear with me 1 second, folks. All right, so. Okay, we are just about to kick off. Don't matter who. Actually, let's put in the minute of the first scorer. So what minute do you think there will first be a goal? Doesn't have to be West Ham, could be anybody. Put your number in and I'll see if we can get it right. I'll try and give you a shout out. Everybody went very early last week and it wasn't till late anything went in. So And to you, Red Smoke, and to all your families as well, mate. Dino's been on the Bovril all week. Packs of it on home bargains in plastic cups for £1. Happy days, mate. I'm going to look into that. Right. Yeah, let's hope we do win it for Oscar. Joan has gone for 9th minute. 9th minute. Boom. Let's hope so. Come on. The Bowen. Let's have some of that. 8th minute full Krug. Someone said there. Oh, get that off. There we go. 8th minute full Krug. 5 minutes kudos. Jamie's going for a few of you going for a blistering start again. Bowen, 10 minutes. I like that, GP. Are you meaning 69 minutes in a wheelie special? Yeah. Spelt wheel wrong, but I'll let you off that one, mate. But not a bad shout. I mean, yeah, to shut me up, Mavropanos. Oh, okay. To mess it up in the first 5 minutes. I thought he was going to say Mavropanos to score in the first 5 minutes. But that, you know, I'll take that as we kick off. All right. Fred. Oh, I'm not feeling too confident there, Fred. 3-0 to Brighton. Okay, Jeff said, Kudus won't go to Arsenal. Where will he play on the left? I mean, he doesn't usually. I know we play him on the left, but should he play on the left? I'd rather see him on the right or down the middle. I just think we're unbalanced. 15 minutes kudos and Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Dead, Lord of the Rings, all of the Dead says, come on, you irons. Okay, so the bubbles are blowing around the stadium still. That means too cold out there, so good day for football. No, we haven't talked about Loppy. I mean, the Loppy out has quietened down a little bit because I think we've had not a bad, a fair few results, even against weak teams and not been convincing. But Ten Hag for me, I kind of agree with Nick. I mean, I like him as a coach, but I kind of agree with him that his voice is just so annoying that it's ridiculous. So Kudus went through there, but I think that was, offside. But look, he was a good coach at Ajax. It's a funny league, though. There's not many Dutch managers that have come over and done well. So I don't know. I'd like to give Loppy a bit more time at the moment. I mean, I said at the beginning of the season, you've got to give him until Christmas, really. And we're only, weird as this Premier League is, we're not a million miles off of top half, like 2 wins off of top half. I mean, City, again, lost today. Villa. I mean, should we take Pep? Would you take Pep at West Ham? Or is he damaged goods now? So has his shine fallen away? Jeff, yeah, that's the thing. He won't get in front of Saka. You're right. He won't get in front of Saka. Saka's a golden boy, and he, no chance getting him on the right. And he ain't going to go replace Odegaard. So then you're buying a right-sided player out of position. That's why I don't think he would go to Arsenal. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense. There are still a few Loppies out, though. Lord of the Dead, Potter. I mean, he was my choice. I think he done wonders at Brighton, but Brighton's such a well-run club, not just from the manager, from everything about the club. I know they're in a bit of a sticky patch, excuse me, at the moment, but decent team, decent setup. Scouting is absolutely on point. They pick up bargains and sell them for stupid amounts, so really good. And they play decent football. They're not backs to the wall. They're actually nice, which is why I'm keen to watch more of this. So it's West Ham playing it around at the back at the moment. Brighton pressing. I mean, when you're looking at the Brazilian forward they've got, not João Pedro. God, I tell you, I'm going to struggle through today, boys and girls. But we got him from Watford. It is João Pedro on it. So, I mean, someone like that, you think, why don't we kind of go for someone a bit young, a bit exciting, got pace, got energy? But Brighton just seems to do better on that. Dave's saying Scott Parker for head coach. I know, I love Parker as a player. He was brilliant for us, wasn't he? Proper leader. Seems a bit moody now, though, doesn't he? Like, you wouldn't want to hang around with him, would you? Would you like to go on a night out with Scott Parker? Like, you're bound to getting a punch up just because his face is just moody. Don't know what happened to him. Great bloke, nothing against him, obviously, but yeah, moody bugger. No, I like his jumper. Jumper. It's a bit strip. What's going on here? It's a different kind of show. That's the after show. If you're a patron, that's when the strip show happens, GP. But no, I'll be keeping this on, mate. The only shine on Pep now is his bald ass head. Yeah, we'd still take him though, wouldn't we? We'd definitely still take him. Just hope we win it for Loppy. Not a fan, but he's had a hard week. He's still a human. Very compassionate. You can tell Christmas is coming up. That is not the usual thing you would get on most fan channels, Jeff. I love that compassion. Good work. Yeah, now, with Loppy, with my kind of thoughts on Loppy, our defence is shocking. We're conceding way too many chances. But the amount of chances we're having, I think we're on the right track. And there was always going to be a tough transition, maybe tougher than we all thought with the money we spent. But I do think we're kind of going in the right direction. I'm not saying I'm convinced that Loppy is the man. I was a previous Loppy out. But when you really sit back and think about it, we're not going to go down this season. So you might as well give him the time to do it. And actually, we're watching some exciting stuff as a cross comes in from Kudos, bounces up awkwardly. Bowen nicks in, but Brighton clear. Yeah, it's a little bit of a scrappy game, just to come back to the game, as it is a watch-along. Wan-Bissaka's battling with Minamoto. Bowen tackles, and it's a Brighton. Bowen. Dave says, we need a coach who can connect with the players after the last few seasons. Parker knows the club. Players would respect him. Bring Nolan back as assistant. We need to find our identity. Yeah, I mean, we're also going for English, going back to the English managers as well, rather than the foreign, which I personally think suits West Ham a bit better. I think we as fans could connect better with English coach. And I know we're a multicultural club. I'm not saying that. I think like Spanish manager, I don't think there's any affinity with someone like Loppy. And if you have those players that have been, actually Bilic, not British, but Bilic is ex-player. I think there's that affinity. So you allow them a bit more time. And we all love Nolan, we all love Parker. So, hey, why not? But I just don't think the time's right now. Maybe a few weeks ago. But I think that ship has kind of sailed. Hey, Leon. Good to see you here. Jeff makes a good point. Parker was a great player, but he left and went to Spurs. Yeah, tarnished him a little bit. That's probably why he's such a moody git now. Monkey Mouse, Guardiola might accept West Ham if he continues this streak. Yeah. Coach Carrick as well. Another one. Yeah, another one, Nana. I think a little bit more risky, but yeah, he's cutting his teeth. So, Bowen goes through. A shot is blocked by the keeper, and Brighton clear. Wow, Lord of the Dead said, I don't hate Loppy because he's Loppy. It's because he's a defensive manager and concedes way too many goals. But our attacking stats are much higher than they have been at this stage compared to other seasons. So I'm not sure he is as defensive as I thought he was. I'd probably thought that. And our defense is much worse. So might be the players, like that. Maybe the players, might be the style, the formation we're playing. But I don't know. I think we could be more attacking. So yeah, we're still in transition. That's all I would say. Nolan, interim manager, or ball comes forward, but I think it would have been offside anyway. Fulkrug. Keanu says no manager will be interested until the summer anyway. I'm leaning more towards stick and reassess our options. Yeah, I think let's not panic buy. We're not going to go down. You know, we'll pick up enough wins with this team. It's not going to be an exciting season. There'll be a few scary, hairy moments on the way, but a few bright spots as well. And I think that's kind of what we could have expected at the start of the season. I mean, I think so. I thought we'd finish 10th just because there were so many new players and a new manager. So it's a lot to gel. I think 10th will be decent. I'll be quite happy with 10th. I'll take it now, to be honest. Not everyone agrees with the Scott Parker replacement. Jeff would like Potter. Best out there for a free. Yeah, but I don't know if he is a free. He's not attached to a club, but he's still getting the contract, which kind of ties him. And Chelsea's contract's always ridiculously long. I don't know how much he's got to go on that, but who knows? West Ham have got a corner here. I'm actually looking at Fulkrug. It looks like he's blowing already on 10 minutes. Corner comes in. Oh, that's going to be another corner. Brighton player flicks it away. Pete says the best defence is to attack. Yeah, I mean, that's what we want to see. I think that's what West Ham fans want to see. You know, we'll take a hide in a few games, but the ones we win are really exciting. We just want to see some exciting attacking football. Okay, next corner comes in. It's going to be cleared, I think. Cleared away. Hit us with the ball. Back to Fabianski. AD says, so far so good. We're obviously past. We're in double digits. So anyone who's going for that early goal hasn't quite got there. Okay, Gareth. Parker's good as a championship manager, but he can't cut it in the Prem. Fulham being one team. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like any of us, we all do a job. We've probably been to a company or a job and you thought, do you know what, for some reason it hasn't clicked and you move on. Does that make you crap? So I think we treat football managers a little bit harshly there. So sometimes you just need the right fit, the right club, the right environment. Is West Ham a right environment for many managers? That is a question. It's a tough environment, I think, being in West Ham. So, yeah. Won a trophy 2 years ago, and now we're just discussing if Potter is the best we got. We are finished. No, we're not finished. We're not finished. We just want better football. Again, I don't think I've ever aired my thoughts on the trophy won 2 years ago, but I was not impressed by it anyway. Really wasn't. It's going to upset a lot of you. I think it was a Jolly Boys outing, that trip. We played crap teams. Our squad was worth 100 million more than every other club we played combined. I think the highest the stadiums we were playing in were akin to League Two teams for most part. I think even a championship club had higher than like Fiorentina. So even the final. Now that's going to upset a lot of you, I know. But I think that's a false dawn. I think that European Cup win, nice to get, but it was a made-up trophy. You know, it's not. I'd rather win the League Cup. The League Cup's much harder to win. But you don't get the Jolly Boys weekends out in Romania and Jihadazlabad or whatever the bloody hell it is. You know, don't get those sort of things. So, Felix, watch from the US. Your cast is 10 seconds behind. Sorry, mate. I can't reveal my sources. AD still on the first corner. And Pete says, there goes my 4 minutes for Brighton to score first. Dave, I mean, yeah, this is the thing, Dave, actually. This is why I kind of agree on this. I don't think Potter would work without Brighton's recruitment setup. It's the fact, I mean, how is their recruitment setup so good? I mean, it's so good. They just seem to take chances on players that do turn out well, more than others. I don't know, Chelsea just seem to come in and pay stupid money for them. But yeah, it will be tough with Sullivan getting involved, yeah, or Steigen and all the goings on. Obviously, Krasinski's more interested in the post office. Very busy this time of year, so he'll be tied up. Brighton free kick comes in, but I think that's just it's going out for a goal kick. So no danger there. No real clear shots in this one so far on 14 minutes. So it's a bit of a scrappy game, bit of a nervy feeling out game so far. Yeah, I know, Leon. I know. I sat there with my mate who was Arsenal, who was obviously cheering on Italians. And I was more excited when we won the Youth Cup. When the youth team won the FA Youth Cup, that for me was more exciting than the Interpony Cup. So Intertoto, as I used to call it, but Conference League. I'll pronounce half the teams in that. So yeah, a good few weekends away from the missus, a bit of relief from grief on the year olds and stuff. But yeah, to be honest, it's not really my bag. Okay. We need central defenders and a younger, faster number 9. Yeah, Felix, any suggestions? Who would you go for? Who would you want to sign? I don't know why we don't look at. Again, there's a guy who scored a hat-trick for Chelsea in the League Cup game the other night. I never heard of him. They got a ridiculous amount of players. Why don't we even take some of Chelsea's massive squad? Why don't we? I don't know if Chelsea won't deal with West Ham, maybe, but there's an opportunity to there. We haven't really got anyone bursting through in the under 21s, unfortunately. So yeah, there's got to be some decent players we can nick on loan. We don't seem to like loaning players really, but we loan them out, but we don't loan them in. But any suggestions, welcome. Michael agrees. Yeah, we won the easiest out of 6 possible trophies. Yep. We won the Euro Waiters and Painters Cup. It's a joke of a competition. Bornell's cost more than most every upper. Yeah, exactly. Which is why. The annoying thing is, because I personally, I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm glad I'm not alone because I get slaughtered when I speak to so many West Ham fans about this. A corner's just coming in for West Ham. So I'm just going to take a pause there. Bowen pings this one in. Oh, Emerson was coming around the back. He just seemed to miss it. And Brighton are now breaking. West Ham sort of hold them up. Or the ball straight through the middle there. Oh, that's a dodgy fancy yellow card, that. Paqueta gets a yellow card. Luckily, the Brighton player was going away from goal. He was the last man, but he was kind of going away from goal. So if he was going towards goal, could have been a red. So a dicey moment. But Paqueta picks up a yellow. He's had quite a lot of yellows, hasn't he? I think the Brighton player was kind of looking for it, but he knew Paqueta was behind him. So just re-showing this one. Emerson round the back. Oh, he did get the ball. He's come off the back of a Brighton player. So not a bad chance for West Ham. I think he come off Mavropanos' backside, but not Mavropanos' fault on that occasion. So yeah, coming back to the Waiters and Painters Cup. Yeah, it's just the problem is it kept in Moyes. When everyone wanted Moyes out, it kept him in for another season, and then we had a season of dross. So I actually think it set us back rather than helped us. But anybody who went, I'm sure that anybody that, oh my God, oh, dicey moments. From Paqueta's yellow, that free kick that come in, was pumped to Lewis Dunk at the back post, who crossed it, put it across the face of goal. But luckily nothing come of it, and it's a West Ham free kick. Yeah, if I went to the games, I'm sure it would have been a bloody good weekend away with West Ham fans on the beers. No, great, not disputing that. Brilliant time. But from a footballing perspective, no, it's kind of like West Ham going in the Auto Paints Trophy, whatever it's called these days. So, not impressed. Moist Granny. I'm not even going to comment on that, mate. Feeling pretty confident. Was more nervous before the kickoff. Yeah, I think we're looking positive. There's been chances for both teams, so not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, I'm on 18 and a half minutes now. So is this screening talk to West Ham commentary or watch along the match? So far, subtle commentary. Oh, sorry, Barry. Turn on Radio 5 Live, mate. Radio 5 Live or something like that. You're welcome. No problem. Obviously, he's one of those that went to the Mickey Mouse Cup. So Brighton are pushing forward here. Anyway, can they cross it in? Ball's gone out of play. They've not given it. It's gone out of play. Oh, you don't. Yeah. Lino has just given it. So it's 19 minutes, 0-0. There's not really been any clear-cut chances here. So it's been very much, it's been a bit scrappy. Kind of few half chances, corners. Kudos has now got it down the left. Needs someone to support him. Fulkrug comes in. Loses the ball there, though. He's just out-muscled and fouls the Brighton player. So, yeah, there's been quite a few fouls in it. A little bit stop-start this game. Hady's saying Tadiba could be ready to play a part of our future defence. Yep. GP, I would go for Lookman. Do you know, he's priced now, he just won African Player of the Year, isn't he? His price now must be mental. And he's a bit lightweight. And I still remember the free kick for Everton against us as well, when he just done that chip, caught the turf. So, I don't think he'd ever want to come to West Ham. Anyway, do we have any youngsters in the academy? Well, Brighton are attacking now. It's going to be a long shot, I think. No, it passes it wide. That's cleared, awkwardly cleared by Emerson, who's looked a little shaky at left back. Brighton on the right. Taking on Emerson, cuts back. West Ham, good defending there. Still with Brighton, though. They're just playing it around the box at the moment. Looking to jink in. They can't seem to get a cross in. It's good defending. And it comes to nothing. So, 21 minutes gone. 0-0. Yeah. Oh, who said there was a West Ham player that always said that, wasn't there? He always tried to get the Boxing Day off. Or it might be the New Year's one. Can't remember who that was. If anyone can remember, he's quite open about it after he finished, but he said he always tried to get a yellow card, get that book in to get a day off. Knowing Loppy Slow's defending, Sergio Ramos would be great. Alvarez is dropping into a back three. Yeah, we can't seem to hold the ball at the moment. Brighton on the attack again. Well, luckily, if the Brighton player had looked the other way, could have done all right there. Sounds like we get a lot of corners. Is this the plan? I can't really see a plan at the moment, Jeff. It's a scrappy game. Not really much quality happening at the moment, but we're not looking bad. I think we're just battling. Both teams are battling hard. So it's not as if we're making loads of mistakes. I think they're pressing, and we're doing the same. So there's a lot of pace to it, but just not much quality at the moment. It's going all right, Michael. I can't fault them. Don't have anyone strolling around at the moment. I'd like to see Fulkrug get a bit of the ball. And Paqueta seems to be playing on the right at the moment. Plays inside to Alvarez. Alvarez trying to do some turn, gets out-muscled, loses the ball. Brighton on the attack. Oh, but he wins it back. Does well. Oh, Paqueta again. Paqueta was lucky to get a free kick there. He turned back into trouble. Got the slightest of taps on the ankle and went down like he was shot, as Brazilians sometimes do. I'll be fuming if we lose. Oh, actually, we did pull Paqueta's shirt. Jeff's already calling for Somerville on for Paqueta. Oh, second half. Yeah, Paqueta's an odd one, just off the boil. So West Ham now playing it out from the back with Fabianski. No real intensity of press from Brighton at the top. Out to Emerson. And Kilman launches it. As with Kudus. Cuts back inside. Plays it Paqueta in the middle. Goes for 1-2. Back to Kudus. Play it out now. Come on. Wan-Bissaka gets across. Crosses in. Oh, it's kind of Soucek. I don't think he was expecting that. Kind of where he didn't really go for it. But it does go out for, I think it's a Brighton corner. Yeah, I'd like to see that one again. I think he could have done a little better with this. But it is a West Ham corner. Okay, so 4 corners to West Ham already. Comes in. No real conviction there. I think Paqueta was going for it, but Brighton counter. That's a bad ball out though. So forced Brighton very wide. Wan-Bissaka tracking. Tackles. Oh, that could be yellow. Oh, ref's actually played on. I thought he was going to blow up there because Wan-Bissaka did a tackle, took down the Brighton player, but the Brighton player jumped up and recovered. So I think he allowed play on. And then Wan-Bissaka won it straight back. So a bit fortunate, but we'll take it. Paqueta did. Surreal. So allegedly. I don't want any lawsuits around here. Alex says we won't achieve anything until Sullivan is gone. Yeah, I'll let you guys fight that one out. Probably right. Not much happening. Yeah, Callum Paqueta is out for the Saints. I mean, it's not a bad game to miss. I think Soler's back from that one, isn't he? I think is it 1 game ban. He's only on 1. But anyway, I think against one of the weakest sides, not too bad. You know that James Ward-Prowse is going to have the. Oh, he won't be able to play, will he either? Is he on loan? On loan, he won't be able to play. So, right. So happy Moyes has gone. Never to darken a door again. Hi, Nix. How you doing, buddy? He's at the game, so he's enjoying this one. Pitch side. I say enjoying it, but not really much is happening. So it's a bit scrappy. Okay, let's give you a little. I think Fulkrug. Yeah. Fulkrug's runs have been a bit iffy. I'll say that. Again, just another scrappy thing. And their Brighton goalkeeper kicks it out, goes all the way through to Fabianski. It's weird. It is a weird one. Coming up to half an hour and it's not much quality. We just can't control the ball. Brighton get it back. Just scrappy. Brighton are on the attack. Ball through. Oh, well covered there by Kilman. Oh, Wan-Bissaka's played a hospital ball there and Brighton foul. Paqueta. Yeah, Dan, they are actually. They're always a tough game for us. Brighton are always a tough game. They've given us a couple of pastings, but I don't look like it today, but we don't really look like it. I'm still going to stick to my 2-1 West Ham score prediction, though. Yes, it was. It was Nolan, yeah. Yeah. I met him in a boozer in Essex once. Can't remember where it was, some country pub. And I had a quick chat with him. Lovely fella. Thanks, Keanu. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, Dean, you're right. We're playing okay like the last match. It's okay, isn't it? There's nothing exciting here at the moment, but we're not looking like losing it. Kiss of death. Don't do that. Kiss of death. Brighton now have the ball. Again, our attacks are just breaking down. Brighton pump it out to the left. Yeah, Paqueta seems to be more of a right back. Oh, he's absolutely just gone round Paqueta though. So easy, but it's cleared. Alvarez passes it out. Krug gives it away. Yeah, he's not really gelling in the trio of Bowen, Goodus, and Krug at the moment. Bit lackluster, but early days, mate. Early days. Thank you, Barry. Yeah, we'll always respond to you, mate. Good to have you here, sir. I don't know who's on BBC Radio. Anyway. Ross Mack, just joined, lads. How are we playing? It's scrappy, buddy. It's a bit scrappy from both teams. No clear-cut chances. Few corners. Don't think the keepers have had a save yet, and we are 30 minutes in. As a Brighton cross comes in, that's a good cross. Oh, good defending from Emerson to Kudus. Plays it, go on, play it, Emerson. Our counter-attacks are looking really slow, I will say that. And Emerson has just launched it from one side to the pitch to the other with near nobody. So Emerson's been a little bit iffy to start with. But when we counter-attack at the moment, it's very, very slow. We just haven't got any pace, really, to get from back to front very quickly. So that's a bit of a worry. Should Paqueta get the boot? Yeah, I'm a bit lost. He's not really a number 10. He doesn't play in number 10. I'm lost with Paqueta. He's got moments of quality, but mostly crap. Another attack breaks down from Brighton. It's, again, under no real pressure. Just trips on the ball and we clear it. It's a funny game. It's a weird game, this one. But yeah. João Pedro just absolutely skinned Paqueta. So Paqueta cannot play at right back. I know he's dropping in to cover Wan-Bissaka, but that seems to be the tactics they're doing. If Brighton win today, they can jump City. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Mind you, Forest, I mean, hats off to Forest. I can't see Chris Wood keeping up that scoring rate, but, you know, old-fashioned forward, isn't he? It's one of those old-fashioned, but not consistent enough. If we win today, Dean says we are 4 points behind City. Yeah, we'll be taking that at the start of the season, but City certainly wouldn't have done. Yeah, we've been here before regarding Paqueta. He forgets what he's doing, and Lopy doesn't remove him. I mean, he is one of the best footballers. Jesus, what was that? So a ball's launched out from the left-hand side. It's aimless. We're not aiming at anyone. So we're just playing a bit of hoofball at the moment. It's really poor quality in the final third from West Ham. Yeah, it's a weird one. And we can't keep talking about Duran. We all want Duran here. That ship has sailed, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd love him here. West Ham just playing it around at the back. Brighton not putting us under any real pressure. Passes just seem to be loose. Another loose pass goes straight to Brighton. There's Mavropanos again. Brighton attacking. You're going to cut inside. Mavropanos does well. Oh, Brighton. João Pedro's gone down like he's been shot in the box, but definitely no penalty. No penalty for me. He goes down so theatrically in exactly the same way as Paqueta does. West Ham are now breaking forward. Bowen out in the wing. No one to really aim for, though. He's trying to do it himself. Cuts inside, shoots. Oh, just takes deflection and just goes out for a corner. But that could have been. That's our best chance. Bowen, that is our best chance. But again, when Bowen's down the right-hand side there, he's cut down. four Brighton defenders in the box and only Fulkrug. And Fulkrug is actually behind 3 of them, so he had very little chance to get it across. But very good work from Bowen. I mean, he puts it through the defender's leg. It just catches the shin of the defender and goes out for a corner. So not too bad. So another corner. I think it's our 5th or 6th corner now. Ross says Paqueta is a show pony. Yeah, I think someone says it every week. I pretty much agree with that. That'll be a free kick. Yeah, corner comes in. Very scrappy. Brighton player gets a kick. Well, it seems to be quite a lot of concern. Head injury. Camera angle was a bit far away. But as a Brighton player down, there is a stop in play. Okay, so I don't know if there's any blood. It was a kick on the nose. Can't really tell at the moment. Good point, Jeff. Yeah, I don't know if he'd get any ding dong at the West Ham turnstiles. Although it's, to be fair, the way Stratford is this day, you probably could. You know, it used to just be a couple of builders and a pie mash. One I used to go, Upton Park, but now it's all bistros and fancy what's-its for stupid money. So you never know, Jeff. You may be able to get a Chinese dong tea at the game. Moist Granny is we have to beat Saints on Boxing Day. Both my bosses support them. Always slags off West Ham. Need the bragging rights against them. Also, they're shite. Yeah, they are shite at the moment. They are. I mean, we should beat Southampton. Yeah. Got to, any. AD says we're solid so far, or just doing. Actually, I'm just looking at the replay of the corner that came in and the Brighton player that got a kick to the face. I think it was his own defender that kicked him, but I think it was a West Ham player. AD says we're solid so far. Solid flatters us a little. I think we're average, but I think they're average. I think there's just been quite a lot of qualities kind of not been there. Yeah, it was a Brighton player that kicked his own player in the face, who's now being bandaged up. So it must have been quite a kick. Wan-Bissaka's had some weird decision making. Gets so much space from the pass from Soucek. Decides to slow down and run at the man instead of 20 meters of free space on the right. Yeah, he's also. I think we all know Wan-Bissaka is a bit of a wanderer, which leaves us a bit exposed. But he must be a nightmare to mark. Like you're someone that's got to kind of track him back as he's doing these runs. So he does push forwards and wing us back. But, you know, risk and reward, isn't it, on that one? Why do we go after old Ings and Fulkrug rather than young talent? The game's still not restarted, by the way. Rather than young talent, Alex Scott for attackers, is it a matter of risk aversion? West Ham deep pockets. Why don't we seem to pursue young? Yeah, you'd think actually the younger options, they won't cost as much. And as they mature, typically you can probably get your money back on most of them anyway. The amount of money we've lost on strikers, paying over the odds, top dollar, we've lost tens of millions. It's been mental. So it doesn't seem to be our philosophy to go for younger players and give them that time to blood in. I don't know why. Bit of a strange one. Okay, so the keeper is finally putting the ball down to retake it. That's got to be at least 3 or 4 minutes of added on time, I'd say, for that one. Has anybody seen Mavropanos make a successful long ball? Can't remember Metaversal, my friend. Brighton hoof it up. Does go, again, a bit scrappy. West Ham win it back. Bowen now. Got 2 players on him, though, and he's tackled. Yeah, Jeff, 100%. They don't talk about that on Talk Sport, do they? They bang on about Moyes and careful what you wish for. I mean, couldn't get the Leicester job, couldn't get the Wolves job. He's not as magical as people think. Now, ball is hoofed up. Bowen does quite well. Does he win it back? It does. Takes a shot. Oh, he was offside. That was unlucky. He battled well there, the defender. But again, comes to nothing. Yeah, he did stray offside. Kvoth the Bloodless. Love to know where that name comes from. Mavropanos passes to Bowen for the only shot on goal. Not saying the long pass is good, but one was. There has been some hoofing shots here. And again, another foul in this game. So from Brighton to West Ham get the ball out to Kudos on the left. Goes past the defender, but this Emerson through, plays it back. Oh my God. Emerson plays the ball back to Paqueta on the edge of the box. And when we talk about a rose-edge shot, this one surpassed that. I think it was so high, so wide. It was more like rugby through the posts. Conversion. Yeah, awful. So it's been a bit crappy, unfortunately. Scrappy and crappy so far, just in terms of final third quality from both teams. And yeah, a lot of scrappy fouls as well. So it's been a little bit niggly, but without being dirty. So I think it's been a not a great watch the first half. So Brighton with the ball now, attacking down the right. Cuts inside, but straight again. Ball cross from Brighton. It's so easy for Fabianski to collect. Nobody there. Okay, Marco says Fulkrug isn't cut out for counter-attacking football. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he hasn't got the pace. That's not his game. Kudos so lethargic. We have a crap team actually. I don't know, Chris. I think we still got some quality. It's gonna be another corner to West Ham. We have got quality. We've got some good players, but they don't. The balance is off. I think. Yeah, the balance is just off. It doesn't. Something's not working. Something's not gelling. I think there's players there that could go to higher teams as individuals, but yeah, it's not quite clicking yet. Jeff asked, how is Fulkrug playing today? Is he looking a bit like Danny Ings? He's not really touched the ball. So yeah, corner comes in. Again, another really poor corner. Bowen does get the chance to get another cross in. He's driving into the box. He's in the box. Oh, he went to cross it. Good tackle by the Brighton defender. Ricochets off Bowen. And it's a goal kick. Kudus isn't worth 20 million. I mean, he's not helping himself. In today's market, definitely is, but not doing much, is he? Yeah, Surreal Frame says Fulkrug isn't doing much. Put it down to being rusty. Yeah, I mean, he's practically a new sign, isn't he? I know he's been with us a while, but he's been so stop-start that he really has to kind of work out how the team play. But Brighton are defended in numbers as well, so it's quite hard to get crosses in. But our corners have been shocking so far. We've had a number of corners. We haven't won one header from a corner yet, so it's been very poor on that side. You think with Mavropanos, who is a big lump, we should do a little bit better at corners. The ball is hoofed into midfield. The Brighton player gets it and hoofs it back up the other end. Just headers bouncing around now. Nothing has been played on the floor in this game. It's just a lot of scrappy play, but Brighton do win a throw-in. Nick says, when we brought Mavropanos, I knew he wasn't this level, and he has proved it. Squad player at best. Yeah, I would agree with that, mate. It has been funny. Frank says, Bowen's been extremely selfish. Yeah, I mean, is that the weight of expectation as being the captain now, that he's kind of trying to drive it all himself? So he hasn't crossed it as much as he has previously. Another foul, middle of the pitch. Kudos has fouled this time. I want to get the stats up in a minute, the amount of fouls that's been in the game. Mighty Lou, the score is 0-0. hasn't really been a shot of note on target, but Brighton have just won it back in midfield and counter-attack. Oh, well, I mean, that sums up this game. Really good play from Brighton. Driving into the box, passes it to the left. I don't know that this Brighton player, number 30, just goes to shoot and his feet gives way, just slips on his arse. And Fabianski's able to collect. It's been one of those games where nothing is kind of going right when it's in the box. It's been strange. Frank says he's afraid to drop Bowen. I mean, I don't think I'd ever drop Bowen. He is he's the best player we've got, in my opinion. I think he's the best player we've got. So I wouldn't drop him. I do agree that sometimes he's a little bit selfish, but then he can get goals, and he's better getting goals from wide. So yeah, I think Bowen is undroppable in this team. Let me know if you disagree on that one. So Brighton just playing it around at the back. We're on nearly at half time. Lewis Dunk plays it back. It's just playing it around Brighton. I think both teams happy here to get this to half time. As Brighton do come forward. Long shot blocked by Alvarez. Oh, Paqueta nearly fouls again. I can see Paqueta getting sent off if he keeps getting the wrong defensive positions. Brighton play it back into midfield. AD says we're not conceding as many chances this game. No, that's true. But we're not really doing a huge lot either. Jeff says there's hope Southampton don't get the new manager bounce. Yeah, we didn't get it. Okay. By the way, there is 4 minutes of injury time. Well, it'll be longer with the right defender's injury. Edit says this game is poo. Yeah, it's been a strange first half. I'll say that. So we are 2 minutes away from half time. Forest are currently third, Pete says. Yeah, hats off to them. I love it when a team breaks into it. Whether they'll stay there, it's very early days, but it's nice. Nice to mix it up, and that's the beauty of the Prem. As another ball gets hoofed upfield, the Brighton keeper is able just to collect it. Jeff says there is more Cockneys in Essex these days. That is true, mate. That is true. If Fulcrook is the answer, Pete says, then we are effed. I won't show the comment, but I think you can all guess that one. Steve says Paqueta's got another 2 out of 10 performance. Who would you bring on? Would you bring Somerville on, push Kudos to the middle? What would you change, B, Steve? The last sort of chance for Brighton to attack. Cross comes in. Emerson clears away. It's Kudos. Turns. Oh, he's having his shirt dragged there. That's a yellow card for a Brighton player. Yeah, it's been a real stop-start game, this one. I can't wait for the second half already. Hopefully, the managers will just get hold of them and give them both a bit of oomph. Okay, Jeff says, well, Upton Park is or was part of Essex until 65, and then it became Greater London. Okay. Chris is getting very frustrated. Yeah, it's a crap, boring game. It is, Chris. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I mean, I think everyone on the pitch is a 3 or 4 out of 10 rating at the moment. I think anyone has sparked any bit of quality. No real decent passes. I think we can just limp this one to half time. And then start again, as they say. 0-0. Hasib, I'd like Agard in the back three, but he hates it at West Ham. Mavropanos is frightening. Again, Brighton defender hoofs it up into midfield. It's just like a game of pinball at the moment, but Bowen does pick that up, plays it through. Really poor pass, and Brighton clear it. Oh, yeah. I mean, how much is a season ticket up? I mean, when you look at the stand, it's empty already. Everyone has gone for a beer. Good block. Mavropanos boots it away. And that's half time. Well, so Chris thinks at least 5 players should be subbed, and Dean says, can't see any changes at half time because I think a lot of people will see this as we've done well and we're playing fine. I don't know, if you're a manager, we've not done bad. We've done bang average, but Brighton have been exactly the same. It's been a real. If you were a neutral watching this, I don't think you'd get to the end of the first half. You probably would have switched over and gone to something else. So it's been a weird one. It has been a really weird one. Pete says watching the rain outside is more entertaining. Tony, Bowen has been crap. Yeah, he has actually. He's driven into the box a few times and made the wrong call. Some of his passes have been misplaced. But I'm not going to lay it on Bowen being the only bad one in this game. I think we've all been pretty crap. Who has been the best player for West Ham so far? I'm not going to say who's been the worst because I think everyone would probably say Paqueta. But let's throw it in anyway. Best and worst player of that first half for you. Best one. I couldn't pick Can I pick a best player for West Ham in that half? Jesus, that's a tough one. Emerson's been poor. Fabianski, he hasn't conceded. I'll go with that. I'm really stretching there, though. Todibo got 3 man of the match games in a row. Should be first choice. Yeah, Marky boy. Good shout, actually. I'm not a Mavropanos fan by any stretch, but he hasn't really done anything wrong. He's actually made a couple of good tackles in this game so far. But the problem with Mavropanos, when he does make a mistake, it typically leads to a goal. So I'd always go to Debo over him. But I don't think bringing Todibo on's going to change this game. I think someone like Somerville, I'd probably get on. Fulkrug has been anonymous for me. He's been, really bad. So Kudos has done a sweet FA. Mark, this is what I was saying. How many exciting games have we seen at the London Stadium this season? I mean, if I had a season ticket, I'd be livid. I would be absolutely livid. I obviously live in Colchester. It's not that close, only one train. But, just the travel time, getting down there to watch this, I'd be giving away my tickets at the moment. So, yeah, it's a different one. Now, Pete says, watch the Brighton manager tweak his formation and get a win. Yeah, this will be really interesting because typically, I think as someone said earlier, we're not doing bad. We're not losing, playing against Brighton, but we're having a shocker. Who would you change? Shush says, get Fulkrug off. Dobie says, Souček's a passenger. Cyril said the most amazing thing about that half was that he didn't fall asleep watching it. Glad you're still with us, mate. Glad you're still with us. Okay, half-time match snacks. I didn't bring in any. Oh, do you know what? I'll be looking for this Vaseline. Got dry lips. I didn't bring any snacks in. What did I have before? I didn't have any snacks, actually, because it's Christmas. Here's a question for everybody at half-time where we can chill and think a bit. What is the best and worst thing about a Christmas dinner? So best thing on the plate, worst thing on a plate for your Christmas dinners. Let's get that in. Seeing as it's Christmas, let's get a bit festive, eh? Bowen is the problem, says Frank. He was simply not past the ball, 21. Yeah, and the correct there, and the passes he did try and make, unfortunately, were misplaced. But I think when he tried to pass, in fairness to him, he's rarely had people in front of him. So Kudus isn't breaking neck. Fulkrug looks a bit lost at the moment. He isn't pacey. When you've got the pace of our wingers, you've got Kudus, Bowen on either side of you. You want someone who's quick and get in there and catch up with them and get in there. Fulkrug isn't the answer. It's a strange signing. I'm not going to say the name we all would have gone for, but it's mad. Okay. Marky Boy says sub them all off. Metaverse Frets is the best, has been Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Cyril says Fab. Suarev, best player so far has been Sushek. And Fulkrug, one of the worst, very underwhelming. Jesus is boring. I don't know if this is what we're trying to talk about here or this game. Hopefully the game, mate, and you're still with us, Chris. AD, he has made a lot of mistakes, my bro. Yeah, he kind of has. I think everybody has, though. Have we really strung 5 or 6 good passes together? But then at Brighton, not really. So, I mean, they're good pass inside Brighton. I do like watching them usually, but it's weird. It is a weird one. Cheers, Barry. Far better mix commentary and comment. Keep it up. Appreciate commenting on this boring game. It is a hardship. Yeah, these watch-alongs are a hardship, Barry. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes trying to find some positive. I think a lot of people gave me and Nick grief last week when we said we were very negative. But I mean, it wasn't a convincing win. But Bournemouth are a good team, so I don't think we were that negative. Actually, when you reflect on it, they're up there, aren't they? So it is a decent point. But when you think, I think the point I was trying to make is that Bournemouth have like the same size stadium as Colchester United. And I'm not saying stadium size is everything, but when you talk about the stature of club, being excited, drawing with Brighton is, probably not where we all wanted to be. Let's be honest. But where we are now, that was decent. So, Metaversal Fret says, let's bring on Somerville and Ings. I'd agree with that. Fulkrug doesn't look up to speed at all. Ings at least has got a bit of pace about him, and I think Somerville can inject a bit of legs as well. Danny says that was the most boring half I've ever watched. And Danny, we have had some things to compare it with, haven't we, this season? So, yeah. Oh, mate, yeah. It's weird. It's weird when you think about it, because we've had far more shots, typically, not in this game, but, leading up to this, we've had loads and loads more shots. And yet we're still not excited by it. That was a dross first half, mate. Honestly, I don't think, hand on my hammers, I don't think that could be as bad a second half as the first half. Let's hope I've not give that the kiss of death. Richie says, Paqueta off, Somerville on. Lesson Dog Bowen has been poor, but still our best player. I mean, I can see why you'd say that, because he's had probably the most of the ball. Just, whether that's good defending by Brighton or, he just hasn't made the right pass or right decision. But at least he's been driving forward. Okay, Malk says, saying Kudus has done FA. He was one of the players that didn't lose the ball most time and caused corners. Hulk was shy and actually gave it away. Bowman wasn't at best, but still showed hope. Yeah, Kudus, again, he's one of those that will get the ball and turn. Like, I quite like Soler for that. We won't always play backwards. He'll try and turn first. But if others are not turning to break their necks to get into the box, we are a very slow team. We all know that. We're a ridiculously slow team. So, and we don't, if we're a slow team, then typically you'd have more long shots, wouldn't you? But we don't seem to have long shots either. So either we're quite slow, it goes wide to Bowen, but by the time it's got there, there's a whole box full of defenders, and it's really difficult to score. And I think that's our problem. So I don't think we know what kind of team we are at the moment. And watching that first half, I think we can all agree that none of us do either. So it's a bit weird. Frank says our midfield is weak. Yeah, absolutely. Paqueta looks shaky. Yeah, he has. Okay, Marky Boy. I'm glad I got to Shenfield Station and forgot my phone. I came home. sitting there in the cold watching this crap would have peed me right off. Oh, so you actually missed this. Yeah. Yeah, and paid all that money for a pint in a plastic glass as well, Marky boy. You have dodged a bullet, sir. I think you've won today, mate. Well done. Somerville, definitely, and Todibo would be good sub. Mavs is an issue. I mean, Mavs is always an issue for me. In a game this tight as well, where I think it'll probably be one goal that wins this. And if he's at the heart of it, I mean, he'll just get so much stick, won't he? So it's a weird one. Ian says we're so boring. Tap it back to the keeper, kick it anywhere, lose it constantly. It is pathetic. We are, yeah. It's hoofball at the moment, so it was weird. Cole says we watched that first half. Honestly, can't believe the amount of offsides from Bowen and Kudus. They've got pace to wait that extra second. So why aren't they keeping an eye on Brighton's back line? Yeah, you're right, Carl. I mean, they do play deep back line. They don't play high up. So, yeah, we're always going to have to run at them. And they're not one of them teams. They used to be one of those teams that countered very well, but they've not countered very well today, actually, Brighton. So, I mean, they're probably there on their fan channel, whatever that is. They're probably saying exactly the same thing. Disappointing. There for the taking. I think Brighton are there for the taking, but then I think we are as well, which I think this is going to be a one goal that's going to nick a win for either team. Gay Lord of the Dead says, time to make some changes. Paqueta off, Todibo and Somerville on. Paqueta off, Todibo and Somerville on. That's going to give us an odd number. I think we'll get found out. I think the ref would spot that one, mate. Now, who else should come on? Come off, I'm assuming. Paqueta off. Yeah, Paqueta and Mavs for that. Maybe try. I quite like Kudus down the middle because I think he's direct. So, yeah, Somerville on the left, Bowen on the right, Kudus in the middle with Ings probably. I'd still put Ings on. I know he really splits the room. When you talk about Danny Ings, divides opinions. Has he ever had a game of like 5 starts in a row? I can't remember. Has he ever started 5 games in a row for West Ham? I don't know. Yeah, but Fulkrug has looked off the ball, so I'd take him off. Okay, so coming back to the worst thing about Christmas dinner is a Christmas dinner. Rather have a vindaloo than a roast. Fair enough, Marky. When I had COVID one year, and because I'm the only cook in the house, and I just couldn't cook. I was knackered. So one Christmas dinner, we just ordered sushi. So we had sushi as Christmas dinner. That was a weird one. Okay, someone was saying that we couldn't be any worse under Moyes, but Alex says we were awful with Moyes as well. So yeah, it's basically a like for like at the moment. Bill says Soucek has bailed us out several times. I missed that. I don't know how. I don't think there's been any shots for him to bail us out of. I don't think he's really broke up the play. Yeah, that's weird. GP, worst thing is the meat. As I'm vegan, fair enough. I only eat Gonzo sausages. Okay, mate, I'll let him know that. I'll let him know that. Cyril, beef. The best is roasties. The worst, roasties and gravy. Worst is the sprouts. Now, when you have your sprouts, do you put loads of butter and bacon with them? That makes them doable. Yeah, that's the only way you can really do it. Danny, the best is bread sauce. I don't think I've ever had bread sauce. I don't think I've ever had that. I'll have to try that. Sausage meat, turkey. Turkey. That'd be one of my worst. I don't mind Brussels. I'd rather have Brussels than turkey. Turkey's so good. Why don't you eat it any other day of the year? You just don't, yeah. Irish Tommy, the best thing is honey glazed ham. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Top Nana, you are singing from my hymn sheet. Roast parsnips. No one likes parsnips. I love parsnips. Love roast parsnips. Cranberry sauce. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that as well. Christmas pudding's crap, isn't it? Does anyone eat Christmas pudding? Actually like that? Usually get cheesecake or something. Okay, Antonio could play better on crutches than full crap. Yeah, I'm not an Antonio fan anyway, but Alex says turkey is vulgar. It's all about beef Wellington for Christmas dinner. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm not sure what this one is. Do you rate those gradient laps? I've been considering them. Oh, lamps. There you go. These are Govey. Govey lamps. They're good. They are good, yeah. Worth getting if anyone wants some weird lights. They do change loads of colours. Oh, I was going to have a little thing like this. They change colours. Anyway, I'll just keep clicking out in the background. Let's go. I like it claret and blue. It's closest I'm going to get to claret and blue, pink and blue. Okay. Pete says, most of the players look like they don't want to be at the club. It isn't good for team spirit and confidence. I mean, we keep hearing about players wanting out, but they are just rumours. And with this time of year, we all know what it's like. Agents speak to journalists, give them a little tidbit, their source, just to try and bump up new contracts and stuff. It's silly season. It's a bit of a pain in the backside, but I don't think there's many players that want out. But who knows, mate? Who knows? Okay, so Todibo is coming on. I'm assuming that's going to be from Mavropanos. But not confirmed that yet. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no. Okay. I'm just waiting to see who that sub is for. Kimbo says the best thing is the alcohol and the worst thing is the in-laws. Okay. Pete, stuffing is the worst. Yorkshire pudding the best. Oh, you got to love a good Yorkshire. Got to love a Yorkshire. Mark, best is the roast potatoes. Worst is the toy from a Christmas cracker. Yeah. Depends on the Christmas crackers, but yeah, the crap jokes. Okay, so as second half, I'm not sure who went off for Todibo. So, Brighton goes straight on the attack and a clearance from Todibo hits the back of João Pedro and luckily bounces out. So it's a goal kick. But Brighton come out bright there. I don't know how that Brighton player got that across. And that could have gone anywhere. Oh, pudding with hot. I mean, anything with hot custard is great, Pete. I'll go with that. But just not Christmas pud for me. Oh, it was Mavropanos that went off. Okay, so Todibo on. I want to see a big half from him. Pete says, wish we could end the season now. No, because then we'd have to start a new one when we're still way far off the pace. Use this season as just our season to really understand the players, the style, the coaching. Because this is not a quick fix. We all know this is not a quick fix from West Ham. This is going to take a half a season to get anything resembling a team. As Brighton break forward into the box. Kilman holds him up. Forces him wide. Brighton still have the ball, but good defender from West Ham. Forced them right out. Cross comes in. Cleared by Emerson. Brighton still have it. Oh, foul there by Emerson. So it's going to be a free kick to Brighton on the right side of the box. Yeah, Pete, dreading the Liverpool game. Yeah, we kind of need hopefully something out of this and a Southampton win because it could be a cricket score. Hopefully next year is a better year for us. Yeah, hopefully so. Okay, Brighton just lining up to take this corner. $48. I worry about us defensively. Oh, cross comes in. Gone to the back post. I think that's clear. Wan-Bissaka, I think, heads it out. Yeah, corner. Clayton, how is Paqueta still out there? Lack of options, I think. Lack of options. I'd have had Soler on if he was available. Just another corner comes in, just as it does. Quick update. Forest are 2-0 up at Brentford. Having a cracking season, aren't they? I'll put your comment up in a minute, Danny. I like that one. Cross comes in. Cleared away unconvincingly. Bowen just gives it away again. I don't know if he was fouled there, but it's a free kick to West Ham. Instead of watching this, Danny has said, anyone got any deep fakes of Karen Brady to watch? Alex's last season was a transition season. This season is a transition season. When are we going to have a non-transition season? I don't know, Alex. When have we not had a non-transition season? But a good point. It's got to end somewhere, isn't it? Okay, so Brighton on the attack. They're through here for cross cut. Good cross comes in. Oh, it was really weak. So Brighton had a really good chance to cross there. If Joe Pedro had done that quicker, their other player was in on it. Number 14, don't know who he is. I have a name on the back. Brighton shirts. Doesn't help me. They still got the ball in the box. Good defending there, Soucek. We've actually put some good tackles in the box today. He comes back in again. Fabianski goes. Oh, if that's in, that's 1-0 Brighton, unless it was a foul. 1-0 Brighton. I don't know. I thought the keeper was fouled then. Fabianski was jumped into. But the ref didn't give it. So we're saying 1-0 was going to do it, but we've not cleared. We've not come out in this second half at all. We've been exactly the same. Brighton have been more industrious. Ball comes in. Fabianski weren't strong enough there. And it is 1-0 to Brighton. I mean, Lewis Dunk looked offside, but clearly not. Oh. Okay. Defense is pathetic. Yeah, it was a bit soft. Weren't strong enough there. And another West Ham watch along. Are they going to VAR it? Was he fouled? Was he offside? I don't think Dunk's offside. Number 14 was offside. Oh, who's it? Tadibo might have been playing him on. Yeah, he's onside. It's a goal. Damn it. Damn VAR. We've had some good VAR decisions going our way, but that one isn't. Frank says, take Pac-Man out. He's already on a yellow and not doing well. Yeah, I'd agree with that. But now we need to attack. Things he's not really linking any attacks, is he? So, not very good going forward. Yeah, Ionix. Yeah, it wasn't offside. I think Fabs was going for the ball there. You've seen that they're the sort of ones you've seen given against strikers in the goalkeeper's favour, but I don't know. I think that was 50-50. So, yeah. Cyril says while he does agree with Loppy out, the players are as much to blame. I mean, yeah, they're all playing poor. None of them have had a good game, so it's been a bit crappy at the moment. Okay. Jeff says we need Somerville on. We need something. We need an injection of something attacking wise. A good ball's played down. Oh, to Kudus, but he couldn't quite get on it. Right and clear. Yes, Jeff, my 2-1 is still on. I can't see it. It's not looking like anywhere near a 2-1 at the moment, but you never know. If you get Somerville on, Pac-Man off, we may have a chance. Yes, let's have a look. So, lack of options. Irving's on the bench, but why not push Kudus central and Somerville out left? 100% Clayton. Yeah, I'd go with that. Totally agree with it, mate. Somerville, when I look back at the replay, they're just replaying the Brighton goal. Lewis Dunk actually won the header from Fabianski, I think. So, yeah, don't really have any complaints. And we can't complain with the performance we put in as well. We don't deserve to be getting anything out of this. Brighton haven't been good, but we've been poor. Is Sola suspended? Metaverse, yeah, he's picked up too many yellows, so he's out of this one. So unfortunately, not on the bench. Nick's saying he's 2-1, still on. Somerville is warming up, so I think at least, like strangely, when we're talking about who we would bring on in these games, he is thinking the same. The manager thinks the same. I don't think that is the same for Moyes. We always wanted subs, and he wouldn't sub anyone until the 80th minute. Brighton are also going to make a change themselves. So sub for each team. Pete, the defence nothing's happening at the moment. Game's not going on. Just making subs. Defence isn't better than last season. No, I think defence worse, if anything. Definitely not better. David said it's slow game, slow manager, slow death. That's grim, isn't it? Okay. Few comments about Fabianski being too old. He is. Isn't the oldest player in the league. Like Ariola, though, is shaky as anything. That is the one area. I mean, striker, we're struggling. And keeper is... We've got real problems. We need a keeper. When was the last commanding goalkeeper we had? Like David James used to shout a lot. Even Rob Green used to shout more than... Ariola is a mute, an absolute mute. And Fabianski's incredibly quiet as well. I love those keepers who are mouthy. Like Jordan Pickford's a div if he, for Everton. But if he's in your team, you'd love him. He's nuts. We really need two keepers. We don't need one. We need two keepers. Again, I don't know of any youth players. We've had like a youth keeper around for years. Never Nathan Trott. I mean, Nathan Trott seems to have been around about 20 years. It must be about 40 now. But he's never going to step up. Ross Mack, we should have lost at Bournemouth. Very lucky penalty there. Yep. We are shite and Loppy needs to go. Confidence drains as soon as one goal goes in. But, yeah, not ideal. So, Sullivan on. Yep. What was that chat there? Yeah, Inex says that goal. We've seen him disallow, but it was 50-50. Yeah, we have. Goalkeepers get too much protection. I think that was a fair challenge. We have no complaints on that one. Where is Ariola? Is he even on the bench? Very rare you change a goalkeeper mid-game. This is an injury, so I don't think that would even happen. When is Liverpool game? Is it before Christmas? Bowen on the attack here, but shots. Oh, 1-1. Bowen shot. Kudus followed up. Header. Come on, West Ham. Hey. Take 2-1. Who had the 2-1? Oh. Love that. First time we got a bit of space to attack. Bowen done really well. Central. I thought he was going to be greedy. He took the shot. Keeper saved it. It bounced up. Kudus header. Lovely, lovely. And the Liverpool game, no, it's the 29th. Yeah, Pickford is a psycho, but I like a psycho. We do. So Bowen just running central. Yeah, Kudus, a good header there. Good header to adjust himself. Make West Ham great again. We should buy Ramsdale in the summer. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. If he was available, why we didn't go for him. Great character as well. Great character to have in the changing room. Just replaying the goals there. So, has the confidence come back a little bit, folks? Do you think this will spark us into life? Are we going to win it? Are we still going for that 2-1 West Ham? Or do you think that is just the little bit of glimmer of hope that's going to be dashed? I'm confident. I think we can do it. I think we've been that bad. Like in most games we have won, we've been crap and nicked it. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people were complaining about Fulkrug coming off. But obviously that seemed to work, but he's been terrible. E. Davies says, Kudus needed that goal. He did. Yeah, I really wanted him to score. I want him all to score, but I think he definitely needed one. The 2-1 is on. Loppy's back in. Brighton just have it at the back, just playing out. Jeff says, the irony, we take a striker off and score. I know. It's the West Ham way, mate. Bowen now with the ball. Going to get the cross in for Kudus. No, it's blocked. Kudus still got it. Oh, done well there. Can he turn? Shoots. Another shot. Paqueta, but blocked again. Okay, 60 minutes, 1-1. AD has always wanted Loppy in. Of course, mate, of course. I see, not so much. Okay. All hail Lord Loppy. Frank still saying Bowen was greedy. He should have passed. Yeah, I thought that as well, but yeah, we'll take it. We will take that. Okay, Dave said there's zero team spirit. You have to look at the fundraiser for Oscar Fairs. More donations from ex-players like Rice Cullen from the current players. I don't know anything about the donations and what happened there, so can't comment on that one, Dave, I must say. I won't put the comment up, Damien, but as Brighton attack, I'll just pause that thought. Brighton attack, number 8 cuts inside the box. Cross comes in. Oh my God. So Fabianski just got a hand to that, but he's managed to be cleared away. Somerville wins it back. With dodgy pass, Emerson. But yeah, West Ham can break Alvarez now. Who's up front now? I think Bowen's probably taken that central slot. Amit, it's your question. Yeah, Damien says that Tony Gale's saying it. That's the difference. Pace, mobility. Fulkrug is a donkey. I'm not quite sure he probably said that, but definitely had the definitely a bit of ejection in pace. We all like Somerville. I think he's gonna be a fan favourite for sure. Alvarez just cuts out a pass there. Emerson gets it. Emerson just hoofs it. Emerson has just been hoofing the ball. He's been really poor for me. Dave, I'm going to come back for your Fury fight prediction question because Brighton are on the attack, cuts through. Wan-Bissaka does well just to crowd out. Brighton attacker throws it out. Sushek out to Kudus. We're starting a counter-attack now, a bit more pace. Kudus cuts inside, but unfortunately Brighton player tackles him. And they just play it back to goalkeeper. Yeah, let's have this one. Prediction for the Fury fight tonight. What are we saying? I want Fury to win. Because if he doesn't, I think he'll retire. And I think it'll be a shame for boxing. So I think Fury in the 4th round. That's what I'm going to go for. Okay, ball's just bouncing around in midfield a little bit here. West Ham win it back. Wan-Bissaka cuts back. Wan-Bissaka loop, ball pass. Yeah, it's just been hoofed around a bit now, but it's a foul to Brighton. Damien, this is our strongest 11, by the way. Yeah. I know, it's worrying, isn't it? Yeah. Hull says Kudus must play out the middle. Yeah, agree. I agree. I think he's much better centrally. I don't think he's good out the left. I like some of it out the left. I think that's the good bit of balance. Again, Bournemouth player, ball out wide. I think just go straight out for a free kick. Paqueta looks like an imposter. He does. He does. He's not looking good, clever at all. We need a striker and a keeper. Yeah, I agree, Lynn. I think definitely our weakest spots. So Fabianski hoofs it forward. Soucek fouls. Needless foul, really. Bit of a silly one, and Brighton get a free kick in midfield. Val says, does anyone else have a visceral hate of Brighton in 2020-21? The match against them is a final nail in the coffin for the Champions League dream. No, I quite like Brighton as a team. I mean, yeah, we should have beat them. That's our fault, not theirs. Especially Man U won on the last day, didn't they? Just to nick that spot. But then we went on and won the Mickey Mouse Cup, so that ain't all bad for some fans. Cross comes in for Brighton, cleared away. Brighton have got a lot of players forward here. Shoots. Good save from Fabianski. Followed up, cleared. So good save from Fabs there. That was scary. Okay. Fury win for me. Yeah, I hope so, Dave. Time to sub Paqueta, says Barry. He's not done much, mate. I've got to agree with that, but it's the corner to Brighton. 66 minutes. Stevo's the wrong side of the defender there. Brighton plays short one. Actually miscontrols it. Cross comes in, but enough time there for Somerville to block it. Clayton says, so Lynn, don't you think we need some pace and creativity in midfield? Yeah. I mean, Alvarez is a weird one. Rodrigo's awful. So probably could do with that. Well, I think the problem is, Clayton, as we probably need a lot of changes. Weirdly, we haven't gone for pace when we've been. This comes back to the scouting team. Brighton making us up now. For me, this comes back to the scouting here. I think it's weird. Like just going for Fulkrug is weird. I don't know what. Like I do know a scout at say a top tier team. Don't want to give away any secrets, but like the remit he has and the tools that he has are so specific in terms of what the manager's looking for. Now, the problem we have is the manager looking for that particular player? Is it ter Stegen or is it Sullivan? We don't know who's looking for that player. And if you're trying to build a squad, but there's 3 different people looking for different players, it's not really going to work. Like if you're a manager in any company and someone else, a manager from another department is picking your team, well, that's never going to work. You're not really going to try and build the team you want to build. So it's a strange one. They make a treble substitution, Brighton. They have. I think they've brought on Tariq Lamptey, Minta, and Ensico, or Enkiso, number 10. So they are going for the win, made 3 substitutions. And the ball is pumped forward. Fabs doesn't come out for that. So Brighton has got it. Going to cut into the box. Cross is going to come in. Oh, my God. So I think Wan-Bissaka just threw himself at that and it put off the Brighton striker. Tadibo is doing really well there. He's come away with that ball. Good footwork. It went to play it to Kudos, but Kudos was fouled. So dangerous. That was a dangerous counter-attack by Brighton, who are going to have more legs now. So is it time for us to make another sub? Keanu says Paul Pogba is on a free. What we saying? If you're saying Rodriguez on a free or Paul Pogba on a free, my only thing with Pogba is he just seems to bring bad news. Just seems to bring trouble. I think when you've got a bad dressing room, he ain't going to help it. So off the field, for that reason, I would probably say no. Brighton cross it in here. Doesn't go to anybody. And it's cleared away. Jeff says, get the Scottish Pele on for Pack. We can't do any worse. Cannot do any worse. Val says Pogba in. Jeff, he's too cool and schooled for me. Metaverse. Oh, okay, we are making a sub. Metaversal Threat says Fab is incredible for his age. For his age. Yeah, so West Ham are making a double sub here. So Trufal on. Didn't see who else it was. Only got a glimpse. Hey, Daniel, welcome, mate. Welcome from the States. Whereabouts in the States are you from? Hopefully somewhere nice and warm, because it is a bit nippy here. Pete says, if we can get rid of Pac-Man, get rid. The problem is, who's going to buy him? Who is going to buy him? Pac-Man is coming off, I think. Yep. I don't know if he looks disappointed or gormless. Can't quite tell. How is he Brazil's number 10, though? So Paqueta and Emerson are coming off. And Sufal and Ollie Skulls coming on. It's good that we're starting to see some youth players coming through. Love that, though. Love that. Jeff says Fabs has saved us many times. Kept us up in the first season. Yeah, I got nothing. I can't got anything bad to say against him. Got a lot of good time for Fabs. Not the best at coming off his line at all, but yeah. DC says there's too many crooks in the boardroom. Yeah, there's too many decision makers. I don't know who runs the show, or we probably do know who runs the show, and it's the person that shouldn't. So it's weird. Pogba's on a free. Sully would love that. So West Ham get to counter now. Alvarez was taken out, but the referee's played on. Somerville going forward. Somerville's looked lively as he's come on. Just lose the ball, and Brighton are now counter attack. Richard says Pogba is finished. Great tackle there by Wan-Bissaka. Brighton still get the ball, but it's really good. Really stop the play. Dave, Pogba would want $1 million a week. It's a no from me. He's only on 12 grand a year, isn't he, at the moment? I think that's what the 12 grand a year is, the minimum payment that you can make with the type of band he's on. So to go from that money to 12 grand a year is mental. Okay. Frank says Pogba would be okay for this team. We'd need him. I don't know. Nah, not for me. Tarek Lamptey with the ball, plays it back. Somerville taken out, and it's a foul. It's gone back to being a bit scrappy, this one. A bit stop-start. Somerville's definitely looked brighter, though. It's brought so much energy. yeah, for me, I don't know how you can keep. I don't know how you can keep playing Paqueta, to be honest. I don't know what it's not like you can give him chance after chance, but he hasn't had he's a 4 or 5 out of 10 every game. Every game. Yeah, he's a strange one. Skase, he's in Iowa. Just got home from the store. How have we been looking? We've been looking okay. We're looking okay. Mostly but a little bit okay since we made the changes. And is it warm in Iowa? I have no idea. That's kind of middle, isn't it, Iowa? Okay. Brighton on the attack. Cross comes in, a shot, it's blocked. Flicked on, but Fabs can collect. We've actually been, I'm going to try and look at the stats in a minute, but in terms of block shots, we've blocked a lot of shots. So we defended okay today. We haven't been that bad defensively. Midfield, again, we're not winning it. We're not really stringing those passes together. And with Fulkrug up front, we were awful. But we're looking a bit better. As Einik says, these two Cubs could save the draw. Maybe even nick it. Who knows? David, can I say Skulls with more enthusiasm? Wouldn't it be amazing if Skulls got the winner? Absolutely, he would. Alex says Newcastle fans moan about Mike Ashley, but Sullivan is far, far worse. He's on a par, isn't he? Probably on a par. So it's gone back to being a little bit of a tentative match now. Lots of knocking it around back to the defence. Brighton just gone over the halfway line. That's back. Looking for a forward pass. West Ham defending well. Probably gone a little bit deeper now, though. Maybe we are going. Now we've got a bit of pace. Maybe we're going for that counter-attacking. Brighton's number 17 down the right. Plays it back to midfield. Now they're central. It's a good pass forward. But Brighton just can't collect it, and that's going to be a goal kick to West Ham. 55.5 minutes. Hasib says, I'm glad to see Skulls on. I am glad to see youth players on. You know, we've got to give youth players a chance. Other teams do. And I think if you don't, when the really good youth prospects come through and they just don't see anybody coming through, it's like you wouldn't go there. So the more that come through, the better. Ball is hoofed up. Again, for defence, it's just hoofing it up to Kudus and Bowen. It's not sticking. It comes straight back. So Brighton are counter-attacking now. Again, another block from West Ham. Alvarez is playing a lot deeper than before. A lot deeper. He is actually part of the back line. He's been very deep all game. Oh, Dean, you missed both goals. Where you been, mate? Where have you been? You found that deep fake, didn't you, mate? That's what it was. Dirty bugger. Lynn says we need pace in our team. Yeah, 100%. We do need more pace. Seahole says we've got 2 new players who can claim winter fuel allowance. Not with this Labour government. No more political shit from me. Skulls is in midfield. He's played there all season for the under-21s. Oh, okay, I thought he was more of a left back. So it's good that he's versatile. Okay, Brighton with the ball getting blocked. I think Skulls is playing a left back in this one. Yeah, he's left back. But yeah, mates, doesn't. Oh, Somerville nicks the ball. Good break here. Somerville's really come on, Bowen. You've gone the wrong way. Somerville's got to do it all himself. Shoots blocked. Bowen just made the wrong run there. So Somerville won the ball in midfield, tackled 2v2. It kind of needed Bowen to keep going out wide to draw the defender, and he went around the back of him, waiting for the pass. It didn't quite work. But that was good. Whoa, Richard, what are you doing, mate? Unbelievable. That is assassination on my character, Richard. I am very enthusiastic. Thank you very much. Cheeky bastard. How's the midfield looking? It's looking all right. We're doing okay. Bowen attacking here. Down the right, cuts inside. 4v4. Skulls plays it in. Just couldn't collect it. And Brighton now attacking. Got good energy to win it back. Does win it back. Look decent. So, yeah, retains the ball for West Ham. Somerville have it. Have you got 3 fullbacks on? Or will you take Wan-Bissaka off? Did we take Wan-Bissaka off? No, who went off? He didn't. Wan-Bissaka's kind of more of a right wing. He's the furthest player forward at the moment. So, no, it's Scholes at left back, Soufal right back, and Wan-Bissaka's in midfield. Or Brighton on the attack here. Went past 2 West Ham players, cuts inside. Ross comes in. Oh, my God. Thankfully, rather than going for the shot, the Brighton striker headed it back across goal for some reason, but like to nobody. Ball comes in. Todibo clears. Hillman out. Scholes brings it away. Does well. Pass forward. That's good. Into Bowen. He's looked decent so far. Oh, Bowen. Bowen's been... He's not had his best game, Bowen. He's had a lot of wayward passes. GP, it's 1-1, mate. 1-1. James asks, are we sold on keeping Soler after his loan? I see that his preferred position is centre mid or attacking mid, yet we play him out left a lot. I would keep Soler. I think he's good. Yeah, he's somebody that gets the ball and turns. We don't have many of them. Only him and Kudus, I think, and Bowen that do that. So I prefer him to Paqueta. I would keep him. I don't know what you guys think. If you like Soler, I think he's growing into West Ham. I think you can see the progression. Brighton on the attack here. Comes across. I don't know how that stayed out. I don't know how that one stayed out. But West Ham are now countering with Kudus. I want to see that one back. Kudus does well. Oh, plays an absolutely shocking ball. It goes out for a throw on. Done so well. But we've got to look back at this. 81st minute. Brighton on the attack. Mitoma, I think it was, that missed it. But yeah, I don't know if he just missed the ball. I've got to see that one again. Metaverse was hoping for a cheeky Soucek goal in the last minute. Yeah, us too, mate. Us too. I mean, it's end to end. We both had chances heading into the last 10 minutes with the added time. Tarek Lamptey with the ball. Yeah, we just can't get it at the moment. But we're definitely looking on the looking to counter attack more than anything. Frank says we've got to go all out for the win. A draw in this game is not good for us. Let's take a risk. I mean, yeah, we are the home team. We should be pushing for the win. I don't want to just limp to mid-table obscurity just because of draws. Brighton play a really good ball there. It's gone through. Again, their final ball has been awful. I don't know who the number 17 is for Brighton, but he's put some crappy balls in. He's bad decisions. Kudus gets the ball and wins a throw on. Lord of there, what the bloody hell's gotten into Bowen? Yeah, he's made some weird ones today, and it's been strange. Pete says we should start Scholes against Southampton. Yeah. Oh, so the shot came in, just come back to the Brighton attempt. They shot the ball, it hit the inside of the post, kind of went back across the line, and Fabianski was able to collect. Very, very close. Yeah, Scholes is looking bright, looking sharp. DC says we bring Scholes on to smash balls to our smallest players. Genius Loppy Son. Yeah, Bowen is playing up top. So I think it was a bit of a naughty challenge there on Kilman. He's kicking off a little bit in midfield. There was a yellow card issued. I don't know if VAR are going to look at this, potential upgrade it. Bowen is poor. Yeah, he's not had a great game. Yeah, very hit and miss. Yeah, it's a yellow card tackle. I don't think there's anything worse. He didn't put his foot up. Never mind. I don't know what this means, Alex. Shaking Hamlet Court Road to the ground with Vlad the Impaler and Kasabian. The base on that track is unbelievable. So you're in Westcliff then. I used to live not too far from Hamlet Court Road myself for a little while. Here it's dodgy now though. Danny, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Loving that. I'm going to take a screenshot, put that on my CV. You're not allowed to be negative about Bowen, but he's been poor. No, he has marquee. I love Bowen, but this been one of the worst games I've seen him play. Not in terms of his energy. I think he's been trying. Everything he has tried, those final balls, those tackles, the decision making has been not up to his standard. So can't fault him for effort, but for end product, not been amazing. Yeah, Hasib says keep Soler. I like Soler. I like him. I do. Reminds me a little bit of a Fornells who we all love Fornells. You can't not love Fornells. Great little player, but great squad player. Really, really good. E. Davis thinks we're lucky not to be in the relegation go. There's no zone. There's no chemistry. Yeah, it's iffy on the chemistry side. I will say that. But a corner comes in from West Ham, punched away by the Brighton keeper. West Ham still retain the ball though. Coles plays it out. Really good ball to Somerville, but just nicked. Brighton defender did really well there, just to nick in front of him. Let's have a look here. Why is Sifal not driving up today? He delivers a quality cross. Oh, West Ham. Oh, he's pinged around in the 6-yard box. Shot comes in. Oh, bloody hell. Alvarez curls a shot. I don't know if I've ever seen him curl a shot, but he's gone to curl a shot in. Hasn't quite come off. Brighton saves, West Ham corner. I think it was a bit of a Hollywood save from the keeper, to be fair. I don't think it was going top bins. So yeah, a bit of a Hollywood save, but nice though, nice. Yeah. Hi, mate. Hi, fella. Yeah, every point we seem to have has been lucky, it seems. I know we do say that a lot, but I don't think we've dominated a game, apart from the Newcastle one. Credit to that. At Newcastle, we were the better team. But I don't think there's any others really that you can say, we've dominated a team. Maybe Ipswich. Yeah, those two are probably the only ones. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. A lot of people thinking that tackle earlier was a red card. I don't know. Definitely a yellow. Clayton's on the stats for me. Thanks, buddy. Brighton have had 82 successful final third passes. We've only had 32. Yeah, we've been not good up front. So we are 88 minutes. Brighton just playing it around at the back. West Ham sort of pressing up, but Brighton get out well. Ball has been won back by Wan-Bissaka. Soucek's been a weird one today as well. I mean, he just hoofed another ball up to nobody. He's not had his best game. He's been strange. Yeah, Ferguson coming on for Brighton. There has been whispers that we're looking at him, so he'll be proving himself. Ball played across into Brighton, but not good. Skulls, come on. He's defending well. Cross comes in. Brighton diving header, just missed it for Ferguson. That would have been the nail in the coffin. Dave, that's Christmas Jump is a Hammers chat one. It isn't, mate. No, actually, I had this previous to joining the channel, so just an Amazon one. Okay. Cheers, buddy. Really good commentary. No respect. You couldn't have someone and not be so abstract. Okay. Yeah, we'll tell them to wind down on the ding dongs. Yeah, it was, when that save was one for the cameras. Oh, right, okay, yeah. You can't. It's hard to get the sarcasm on this on the chat, mate. But yeah, we have been lucky, haven't we? But now we've just brought on Rodriguez. I don't know who we took off. I weren't looking at that. But if you're bringing on Rodriguez in the 89th minute, you are going for the draw. But we're not going to win this. We are just going to be sitting back now, and that is it. Marky Boy says none of the teams have been great, but Bone has been the best out there. So when he's poor, he gets called out. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. His standards are incredibly high. West Ham were attacking, Brighton nick it, and now they are counter-attacking. Plays it out left. Tadibo should have this. Oh, it's a corner to Brighton. The 90th minute. We've got 6 minutes of added injury time, by the way, so 6 minutes to go. Hull says, if we win this, we won't get rid of Loppy. Oh, we won't get rid of him anyway. If we lose this, we won't get rid of him. Can't see it. Definitely not. Soucek has reverted to donkey mode. Well, hopefully he can win this header, at least, as Brighton wind up. 91st minute, 5 minutes to go. Corner comes in. And I don't think there's been a good corner in this game. It avoids everybody and goes straight out of play. No, I didn't. But, you know, I wanted one of the bobble hats. I meant to message Gio about it, but then obviously Gio has had other things, more important things on his mind. But I did want one of the. I may still get one. Probably a bit too late now. Maybe I'll get one in the January sales for next Christmas. But I do like the bobble hats, Hammers Chat one, so I will get one of those. Daniel, love this stream. I also follow you on Instagram. Good. I'm assuming Hammers Jack because I'm not on Instagram. I should go. I don't like the begging for Instagram things. Maybe I should do more. Anyway, love the stream. Thank you, Lynn. Ferguson misses a sitter because he doesn't want to scupper his West Ham move. Yeah, there are a lot of talks about him coming. Again, I liked him, but he's been out with injuries a bit. But I think he's a good prospect. If he's not going to be another injury-prone one, we do seem to buy those. Okay, what do we say here? Oh, what is this? Okay, I'm not gonna say that one, GP. Lord of the Dead. Perhaps we should put Ings on. We've made all our subs now. I don't think it's worth it. He's not going for the win in this one. No point. Thank you, Davey. Much appreciated, my friend. Carried a very boring game, well, especially on your own. Yeah. It's been an iffy one, but Brighton are just on the attack here. Play through, play back. Oh, good save, Fabianski. And a good block from Tadibo. That's okay. Fabianski, all is forgiven. That was a really good save. They've still got the ball coming in. Brighton attacking. Play back. Ross. Oh, Fabianski collects. Done well there. Woo! that was a worrying one. Yay! Thank you very much. Norfolk only use instant my design work and house mixes I post. Oh, Dean, I haven't seen it, mate. I will have to check that out. Saxon, we're bang average. End of. I mean, we've been bang average in most games. Hopefully we can improve. Can Loppy help us improve? That is the question. That is the question. Oh, I've got one more quick question as well. I know we'll be wrapping up in 2 minutes, but it's Christmas coming up. This is the last one before Christmas. What is your Christmas board game? What is your favorite Christmas board game? I need some inspiration. I need to get on Amazon quick because I've got a crap selection. So if there's anything you get with the family and play, let me know. Brighton are on the attack. Cross comes in. Doesn't, delays it. Passes it back. Cross over. Again, straight into Fabianski. Brighton's crosses have been really poor today. Not really troubled us too much. But again, we survive. We do survive. Barry, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. West Country Hammer says we have a bang average performance there, but West Ham are massive. Love that. Yeah, Frank says the best way to defend is to attack. We've dropped back. We've dropped. Yeah, I think he was looking for the draw soon as they brought another striker on. I think if we'd have brought the striker on first, would they maybe have sat back? Who knows? But it looks like we are going to limp our way to another draw. That is now apparently the West Ham way. So 30 seconds to go in this, and we have man down. Is it Tadeo or was it Wan-Bissaka? Wan-Bissaka. Brighton cross comes in. Oh, Wan-Bissaka has just stuck his head in there and got absolutely clattered from Tariq Lamptey. Very, very brave defending. Again, saved us. Awesome. Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity is okay once. And then after that, I just think it gets a little bit boring. I'm not coming around your house at Christmas, Obsidian's Curse. You can leave that one, mate. Risk is the best board game. Or is that give somebody one of raw chicken, mix the plates around? Is that kind of Risk? I don't know. Monopoly. Yeah, I love Monopoly, but it's long, isn't it? It's long. Frustration is a good game. Good thing you're a West Ham fan because there's plenty of that all year long. You don't have to wait just for Christmas Day. So, loads of it. Plunk. Pictionary. Yeah, Pictionary is quite funny. And I think last throw the dice, Sufal chucks it in. And the referee has blown up. And that is it. That is it, everybody. That is full time, 1-1. What are your thoughts on the game? How do you think that went? What do you say about that game? It's another bang average, 5 out of 10, 4 to 5 out of 10. So it's a bit of a strange one, really. Yeah, weird one. But Marky boy, thank you very much, my friend. I hope you and everyone watching has an absolutely awesome Christmas. Yeah, let's just go and have a good time. Draw Pategi. We'll let you off with that one, Richard. I'm in a Christmas spirit. All right, we're gonna let you off that. Thank you, Hasib. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Dean says that is better than losing. We would take a draw. Yeah, to be fair. I mean, we're at home to Brighton. Brighton usually do a job on us, so that ain't too bad. Jeff, Merry Christmas, my friend. Hope you have a good one. Hope you all have a great one. Mark, thank you. Boring game, apart from the goals. I thought lost 2-1. So not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Danny, wish you all the best. You and your family. Look, I'm going to hand over. I'm going to finish up. I will let you carry on chatting. I'm not sure if you're chatting to Gio or Gonzo. Bit of a mix up there. But look, wish you all an absolutely Merry Christmas. I will see you back Boxing Day. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points over this Christmas period. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice from the centre? Have an amazing one. I'll catch you all a bit later.